Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Master amongst hammers, sages, the king of the ring himself. But your boy Thicky Smalls, Gerard Michaels, in the house. Well done. Handled well.
That was beautiful.
You're hearing the sweet sound of my voice. That means it's Saturday on Gas Digital. This is Slick and Thick, your boy, the Vanilla Gorilla, Honky Kong himself, the funniest man you never heard of, Gerard Michaels. And did you just fucking laugh, Christian?
It was a snort.
It was a snicker. It was a snicker.
Should we? Anyway.
Keep going, man. Come on, you're a
6'3".
professional.
Yeah. At 6'3", 208 pounds, and every
Yeah,
one of
what
them is a
about?
problem. The master of punks, the tamer of sages, the king of the ring himself, the CEO of the RNC, Slick Mickey Gall, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Mick?
Enchanté, G. I'm doing
Enchanté.
fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic,
those are
baby.
some new sunnies up there.
I mean, these won the, you may want to zoom in on these, Christian, these them Nevin joints, you know what I'm saying? Little Nevin Johns. I got the little piece. They won when I did the, which one, 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These got rave reviews.
Rave reviews.
So, yeah.
They look like you're going to a rave in Ibiza.
Yeah.
You're looking,
I could.
yeah.
I might fuck around and end up at a rave in Ibiza.
Might end up in a rave in Ibiza. But would you bring our guest with you? Because we do have a great guest today.
Fuck yeah, dude. We got this swaggy ass guest. We got Mason Kuhr in the motherfucking house. Hey,
Mason Kuhr.
Go.
New friend of the program, Mason Kuhr. Now, Mason, big day here for you. You are our very first standing guest. How do you feel?
I feel like
standing
a fucking man standing up.
This
bro.
is a
That's
very
the way it gotta be.
It's a very manly feeling to be standing up while having this discussion.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Mason. Tell the people that don't know anything about you. Give us the elevator pitch on why they should give a shit for the next 90 minutes.
Let's go. Yeah, so I'm the founder of the Stampede Network, a holistic performance supplement brand. So basically, to sum that up, I'm tired of seeing people be sick, depressed, anxious. I want to really fuck up the wellness, the fitness industry, change the game, and set a new standard for things with transparency, trust, all types of shit.
If I get what you're saying correctly, it's if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds. Yeah, you want to listen up right
Taxes
here.
shouldn't pay
Yeah.
for your fucking fudge rounds.
Lord.
It's a damn shame. I don't even know what a fudge round is. That's how healthy I am, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. Anyway, so
Yeah, right.
You were saying, Mason.
Yeah. So he's the inventor of Bee Bread.
Bee Bread?
The founder of the Stampede Network. Gonna be sending out a bunch of good shit. Hey, you know me. I'm always about that good, healthy shit. You know what I mean? We got let's get Big G trying
Crack
some
one
of
of
those.
those open, yes,
I need one of those too, my brother.
Talk about going to a rave in
the
Ibiza.
favorite.
Here we go.
Yeah, start popping.
You know what this reminds me of? The packaging.
I'm excited to see this reaction.
The packaging reminds me of like one of those warheads back in the day.
Yeah.
You know those little warheads.
Yeah.
It smells good. Something so small is very, very chewy.
Yeah, right.
Long time to
let me tell you. While you
Very
make up your
tasty.
mind what
Wow.
you think.
Very tasty.
It is good.
So I had 2 of these yesterday. It was the first time I had 2 of them. Last night, and I didn't know this was gonna happen. I asked Mason
God, I
today.
love honey.
2, yeah, same.
All right.
Yeah, so first, the bee bread is fermented bee pollen. Tell a little about it first, and then I'm gonna tell you my reaction.
Yeah, so bee bread is fermented bee pollen and honey. The bees will bring this pollen back to the hive. They'll break it down, crack all the good stuff open. They mix it with honey and use it as fuel, right? And so we can eat that, and it's extremely bioavailable, loaded in 240 vital nutrients, antioxidants, but yeah, helps you with sleep, energy, immunity, recovery, fertility, libido, literally everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like all those things.
So I first heard about this from.
How many calories is that?
It's like 15.
15 calories?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
bro, you can eat a whole bag. You can be fucking-
Oh, man.
Bro,
That's my new favorite candy.
I first learned about this from Tuco, and we know friend of the program.
Friend of the program, Tuco.
Tuco knows his shit. Like Tuco, Tuco doesn't fuck around. When I got sick one time I was down here, Tuco sent me 10 different vitamins. Like, bro, you got to get on this and this and this.
No, that's not what he did.
Bro, if you got to get on this,
you gotta get
and
on
this
this.
one.
Yeah, it's
You know,
love.
yeah.
It's all love, bro.
Yeah, so he was telling me about the bee bread. I got to try it. I was like, fuck yeah. It gave me like a good little burst of energy. But yesterday I had 2 of them. And When you came into practice, I'd done. It was Wednesday. I had done 7 practices that week. Right. I did 3 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, whatever the rest is, like 2 or 3 on Wednesday. I'm not a math magician over here, all right? But I had one before. I felt fucking great. All right, it picked me up. I was dragging ass, man. I was tired. Had a great boxing session. We went to lunch. Right before lunch, I took one too. Last night, I went to sleep late, and I was kind of worried. Like I was like, shit, I'm only gonna get like less than 6 hours sleep. I'm gonna get 5 and change. I woke up 2.5 hours later, and I had the best dream, probably the best dreams of my life. Not like exactly like what was going on in the dreams. Like I wasn't having sex. We weren't like sex dreams. Yeah. I was just my best self. Like I was just good vibes. I was like, I was fucking firing in my dreams. I woke up and I looked at the time on my phone and like took a second to think. I was like, what did you do yesterday that was different from like all the other days?
Did you dream you had a tail?
I did not have a tail, bro. I did not have the retractable tail. We discussed that in the last episode.
Tactical weapon tail.
Yeah.
A Swiss Army tail.
Basically. He asked if I would want a tail, and I was like, so like what? Like just like a dog tail? And he's like, no, whatever type of tail you want. And I was like, oh, bro.
I had a dream
I would want a tail.
And I got made fun of for my tail, and then also I think my tail got me into trouble somehow.
Yeah.
The tail got me into some sort of legal trouble.
And we do have some callbacks to the last episode that we're gonna get into with the Christian date saga. But first,
that's right.
We're gonna pause. I fucking I love the bee bread. It made me feel amazing. I'm excited to continue my usage with it. I'll keep everybody posted on it. But you guys got to check it out.
I thought it was very tasty.
At the Stampede Network.
Yes, sir. The StampedeNetwork.com.
All right, and on Instagram at Stampede Network.
At the Stampede Network, yeah.
All right, cool.
The one and only.
All right, so but yeah, I fuck with it, and I'm big on the healthy shit. I fuck with the heavy. Tuco, same way. He loves it. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of bee bread. I'm gonna be munching that stuff like crazy.
Yeah, dude, you're not gonna get it sore. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some crazy if you look at the testimonials, bro. We've had people this one dude, he couldn't walk for like 10 years, right? And so he started taking this shit, and within like 2 days or something, the inflammation in his toes. He was able to start moving his toes after not being.
Shit.
Yeah, you can like read his review on site. It's the craziest shit ever. And so it's like actually helping people walk again.
I'm gonna have to talk to Barwis about that because at Barwis, where the gym is, where Killcliff is, they help people who have all these like different type of can't walk so well that what I mean. They're trying to help these people. So maybe we get some of this into them too. But to finish the dream thing, so I felt amazing today. I'm in the gym and I see Mason. I'm like, bro, let me ask you. Is there anything like with like sleep and dreams with this stuff? And you said that people have been talking about that as well with the testimonials.
Absolutely. Yeah, since you do a different dimension, bro.
And I didn't even know. Like I knew it was good for like like inflammation, good for immunity, all that shit. But I didn't know the dream thing. But I felt that shit.
I gotta tell you, if this is really acid, this is an amazing setup.
Fuck yeah, dude, we fucking got him, bro.
You got me.
Welcome to hell, G.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
Bad dream.
Oh my God, I'm growing a tail.
Bad dream. Hey, think about everything you've done wrong in your life. Think about all your regrets.
No.
You're gonna make it have a bad time.
Bad trip. The bee gave me a bad trip. It's a bee sting. Speaking about a bad trip.
Oh, shit. All right. So, hey, we got a clip.
For those that don't know.
Yeah, for those that don't know. Start them off, G.
For those that don't know, this is your first ever episode. We have a young gentleman, handsome young gentleman named Christian here. All right? Good looking dude, amateur fighter, vegan, no accounting for taste, I suppose. Yeah. But he has himself a date.
Don't hold that against him.
Mickey coached him through getting this date. And I said, bro, if you land it on the air, I will pay for said date. And by golly, if Christian did not land it on the air, play the clip.
Christian's gonna call this girl. Mm-hmm. He'll like message her. Mm-hmm. Like then she'll like message him like, what are you doing? I think I'm going out. And he's like, all right, where you going? And then she won't message him. Yeah. Till like the end of the night. And it's like, and then she goes, I forgot my phone. Mm-hmm. He's gonna call. He's gonna go, yo, hey, let's go to Salt and Delray. She's either gonna go, and then it's like, all right, forget it. We're not. Then she's not interested, not trying to do it. Or she's gonna be like, okay. Or she's gonna be like, I can't today. Can we tomorrow? You're gonna have one of those three things. And look, That's a 66% chance.
Like my math magician there.
If you land this, dinner's on me.
Hey.
All right, so we're gonna have to be quiet. So you can put on speaker.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on speaker.
All right, let's do it.
Hi,
Hey, what's up?
I'm on my way to Starbucks
Cool. What are you doing later?
because I have a gift card.
Oh, nice, nice.
Working at 5.
What are you doing like tonight?
Nothing specific. Why?
I'm thinking we go to Salt like 9 in Delray.
Sure.
Okay.
He got it.
I'll
And then proceeds to almost fumble the bag.
What a man.
okay, maybe like 8. What works better for you? Okay, let's do 8.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll text you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right, that was good. That was
Let's
good.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Right?
So-
on some player shit.
So
You
then
got some player
Chris-
shit right there.
Young Christian gets my credit card for the evening with very few restrictions.
Hey Christian, how much money we rack up? All right, first, how much money you rack up on old Big G's card?
Fucking $29 or $20.
What?
20.
$20?
Yep. So we get to the date. You know, it's a little
You had
awkward.
carte blanche.
I know. I offered. I was trying to. It was on fire in my pocket. It was. I
Yeah,
could feel the
I think it's
heat.
burning a hole in
I
it.
could feel the heat coming off of it in my pocket.
All right.
I almost went by Whole Foods.
Gee, why are you? Yeah, why are you look upset right now? I see why you're disappointed.
I'm disappointed in the-
What if? So if he was like, he's like $350. What would you be? What would your reaction?
Yeah.
be?
What would your reaction be if I spent like $300?
Did you seal the deal at the end of the night?
I did not. Well, that's if I spent
would've been the
$300.
question.
If you spent
Yeah, yeah,
$350.
yeah. If I did, you would have been cool.
Good for you.
Okay.
You've earned it.
So talk. Let's hear how the date
Now
go.
I'm disappointed in you,
Right.
if anything.
Date went pretty weird. I mean, she showed up. You know, she's a little bit awkward. We sat
Well, now
down.
Oh no, it's
Time out.
definitely her fault. Clearly.
100%.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back a little bit.
All right.
Did you offer to pick her up? Did you offer to have her park at your house? Did you offer to pick her up in your non-air conditioning having car?
That's the problem. So I mean, I can't really pick her up because my car doesn't have AC.
Roll the windows down, drive
No, I
fast.
can't. I'm not
motherfucker.
gonna do that.
What
So
are
I
you talking about?
have her
Be
meet me.
like Toretto in that bitch.
So you
So I
have her meet you.
me. You know, it's said location. We go in. It's a little bit awkward off rip. She doesn't want to drink at all. I'm like,
right.
you want a water? You want to eat? You know, you want to eat something? She's like, no, not really. So we're just kind of bullshitting, talking.
What do you mean she doesn't want to eat something?
She's just like, I'm like, you want to order some food? You know, whatever.
Doesn't want to drink.
Doesn't want to drink or
A
eat.
drink
Doesn't
or
even
drink
want to drink
water?
water. Doesn't even want to drink water.
What's up with this chick?
That's
I don't
a red
know.
flag, bro.
Right, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then she's like, okay, so I'm drinking my drink. She's like, well, why don't you finish that and I'm gonna get a piece of pizza across the street. So I'm like, okay, let's go. Like whatever. You know, I got this card burning a hole in my pocket.
Wait, she didn't want to. Did she not like the restaurant?
I mean-
I think she's either weird or didn't like him.
Yeah,
No,
but then
I-
why?
yeah.
But then why not cancel the date on
Right.
you?
So
why did
listen.
she
So
go?
listen. So we go to get pizza. Both places are closed, and she just cuts the date.
Wow.
Yeah. But we're gonna hang out Saturday. So it's like,
Bro, what? is
What?
wrong
Wait.
with
All right.
know.
Time out, dude.
Also-
you said she was
And I'm-
awkward.
huh?
Wait.
You said she was awkward.
I think she's just awkward, bro. She was the whole time she was kind of like talking. Oh, I don't want to talk to guys. They're all bullshit. Blah blah blah. You know.
And what was your response?
She was
to
kind of
that?
like friend zoning me, kind of. But I was like, no. I was just. My response was like, yeah, I hate men too. Like they're shitty as fuck.
Yeah.
They're shady.
Guys are dogs.
Guys are dogs. I hate them. You know.
Does this girl? And be honest with me here.
She could be autistic, to be honest.
Does this
with
girl
you.
have the appropriate amount of
strong
chromosomes?
signs of that, bro.
Does this girl have the
You
appropriate
just
amount
said
of
she could be
chromosomes here?
autistic.
Well,
She could be autistic. I don't know.
Were you getting that vibe?
Nah. I mean, I
I
like
think-
her a
for
lot.
the
I
record-
think
for the
she's
record,
cute. I like
think
her a lot.
People with autism are superhumans, and the next evolution of humans.
my favorite wrestler
100%,
has
bro.
autism.
Who's that?
Stone Cold.
What? Stone Cold Steve Autism?
That's right. What? This Saturday night. What? I may be on the spectrum, but you're gonna be on your back.
So, boys, I need help. What do I do Saturday?
All right, time out.
Dude, you're going out with her again. I feel like
Well,
I'm
listen,
losing respect
figure
for
out.
you.
You got to figure out.
Did you kiss
what,
her?
What her autistic superhuman power is.
Yeah, it's
wait,
the
wait,
ability
we
to it's the ability to ruin a date.
to reject Christian.
Yeah.
She's been great at that. She's been super. Now,
3 dates, no kiss, and you're going back for a 4th.
I'm trying, yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
yeah,
I like
no
her a lot.
kisses. No kisses, bro.
No.
Bro, by the end of date
Isn't
2,
giving me any
But-
opportunities. Nat.
Nat's in here?
Yeah, she's in here.
That's here.
Oh, there she
Nat,
is.
what do
Did
you
you hear?
think?
I showed up late. I'm sorry. I had another show, but I'm
Oh,
here.
well, okay. Thanks, Nat.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I feel like I'm confused as to why she keeps going out with you and not
Giving him
giving
kisses.
you anything.
Yeah,
Not even just physically anything, but like it seems that she's not
You're not connecting.
verbally giving you anything either.
Right. And I'm Snapchatting her yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, you have really nice hair," and that's like the first like decent compliment. Yeah, from her, I'm like, wow, okay, she definitely wants
So
to
you're
fuck
saying there's a chance? What
Every
do you
time-
think, Mace? What do you think?
for
What do
the
you think,
record-
Bro,
Mace?
I honestly, I'm just hearing red flags. Like,
Oh.
me. Yeah.
I think one, she's gonna weaponize that autism against you.
Already has.
Yeah, a little bit. Too.
Already has.
I'm hearing some Snapchat, so that's a no go for me. So I mean, if she's using Snap,
Well, I mean, I'm using Snap
Yeah,
too. I mean,
yeah, I don't.
You don't
do
feel
that.
fuck with Snap?
No, dude, you can use that for like the deepest manipulation tactics.
yeah,
ever,
you really
dog.
can though.
Oh, really? How so?
He's right.
I don't know. I
Bro,
don't know about this.
I've had some toxic women who they would. Here's the thing with Snap is you get like emotionally attached to this shit, like the opening and closing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can leave you on red, and then they go be posting pictures on their story with the other dudes.
Right. So
Right?
it kind of fucks with you. a
Yeah,
little
so
bit.
they get your emotions involved, and then you're trapped.
That's everything though.
Yeah.
That's just a tool. They've been playing
Yeah.
that game
They
since
play,
the Stone
they play
Age.
with
friend.
emotions. Yeah. Women like
They're
you
like,
like
wait
a
a minute.
portrait.
Why is-
not
on the
only
wall.
will they use
Yeah.
autism as a weapon, they use emotions as a weapon.
Yeah.
Women from a girl, you know what I mean?
You went
Like,
up to old Ooga Booga back in the day and asked her to sleep by your fire. She says, "I don't really like fire." Then you see campfire coming from old Toppy Taka over there, and you're like, "Oh."
Are these this is a ancient Samoan tribe with these names?
This is the Easter.
Tommy Taka?
This is the story they're trying to tell us with the old
Is this in
Easter
New
Island.
Zealand?
Huh? What?
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 I know about different places, countries.
What?
Newark,
What?
New York,
What?
Newark,
What?
New Zealand,
What?
New Jersey,
We're gonna be here for 45 minutes.
New England.
Because I'm on the spectrum, I don't know if this is a gimmick or you're actually asking me questions.
What you were saying something, but I wanted to get Mason's point of view. You don't
Backtrack in my
What's
brain.
the plan Saturday?
Dude, I can't believe you're going out with her
Yeah,
again.
I'm kind of. I mean, but she's throwing him more bait on Snapchat. Like she's complimenting his curly.
I mean, we're texting a little bit still, you know.
his beautiful Jew curls.
Yeah, you know, the pubes,
Italian Jew curls.
the Italian pubes.
I don't know. Nat, what do you got on this?
If nothing happens after the fourth date, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say don't go out with her anymore.
Yeah, well,
I feel like she
it's
might be
good
wasting.
advice.
Yeah, she's definitely wasting your time if
Yeah, fact.
you know what I mean?
And for the record, for
but
all
she
the,
might be ready to fucking. She might just be like ready to go.
yeah, listen, that's
She's charging up.
it's what every time I want to.
She needs a B brag.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
bro. You
Send
gotta
her to
bring-
Spartan, bro. Let's go.
Hey, wait. You're vegan. Are you allowed to have bee bread being vegan?
I don't think I am,
Want
but
one?
it's delicious.
Want one? You want to be?
Yeah,
Want to be a dirty boy?
Yeah. Let me try one.
Come on,
Okay.
camera. Come on, camera.
All right.
He's on camera over there. Just switch it to
I
yourself.
don't have my
Oh.
camera on.
Oh.
It's all good.
Come on, come here next to me, pal. Put the camera on me. Come on. You know I need it. There we go. Come on, Bubba. Get her up in here.
Don't be
Get
afraid
you
to
a
take
bee
your
bread.
time, buddy.
We're about to break his veganism right here. Let's go. Ready, Bubba?
Are you gonna feed it to me?
I'd be careful.
Now that you say so.
I'd be careful with all that human touch. We know old boy is
Here you
starving.
go, honey.
Oh, thanks.
Wow, now he's gonna fucking he's gonna like, you know what I mean? He's gonna feel juiced up. You feeling strong,
Dense.
bro?
It's dense.
Now you did not have a 6-pack before you ate that, right? Pick your shirt up.
Let's see it now.
I still don't really have a 6-pack.
You sure? Not bad though.
Oh, let's
not
go.
bad.
Yes,
not
sir.
bad. All right, get out of the camera. It's looking a little gay now.
What just happened? Mick,
Hell yeah.
were you hoping that date went poorly, or?
Yeah, bro. I was actually giving him misinformation. I was giving him. I knew it was gonna tank, dude.
was
Wow,
misinformation.
Wow, this is so cool of you to go out with our producer
fair,
Christian
Gerard,
after all
touch your
those
body.
herpes scares.
I've been thinking about Gerard's
What Gerard
gay
said to you?
comments last episode, and it was a really big compliment, but
Yep.
But it scared
I
you.
don't know.
Now you might have bad dreams because of that.
I think he said I could rape you or something like that if you
I
wanted
mean,
to.
I could.
I think verbatim
right?
you said that. He
Yeah,
said
I
that about
said
you.
you're lucky I'm not gay because then I would rape you. Like,
Yeah.
would you be able to
Wait,
stop me?
just because you're gay, that makes you a rapist now?
no,
That's
no,
terrible,
No,
Gerard.
I
Yeah,
am.
why would you say that?
No. Not all gay people are rapists. I would be if I was one. I want to be very clear here. By the way, you have beautiful teeth. Just so white, gorgeous. You know, your head to neck ratio to shoulder ratio.
Oh man, stop hitting on our
I'm gonna put like a
guests.
foot over here. Yeah, I'm gonna scoot
Why
over
don't
here
you
a bit.
be closer to me?
Why don't you be
Buzz.
buzz over
That was
here?
delicious. No, that was really good.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
What's going on here?
I like this girl a lot. I don't know.
I also want to know if
Still?
she didn't eat and you didn't eat, how the fuck did you spend $29 on my
One
money?
drink
One drink?
plus tip, $4 tip.
What was the $25 drink?
It was like
20
$20 bucks. It was like
altogether.
$21.
$16,
What in the-
$16
What in the
drink.
vegan hell did you?
I ordered fucking one drink. It was like a tequila pineapple or some shit.
Is this girl like? What's her upbringing? Was this place like too nice for her or something
I don't
like
know.
that? Or
I
was
don't
she,
know.
was she like? Did you
I
not
think
let her
she
know
was
this is
caught
on
so
me?
off
So she's
guard
like
by
doesn't
the
have any
phone
money.
call. I
Yeah.
think she was caught so off guard by that phone call that she showed
just
up,
agreed.
but she just agreed, but she came and like wasn't really like
Nice.
prepared. I don't know.
Blame Mickey for your
No.
for
Look.
your failings.
Listen. Yes, he failed on the closure part.
Okay.
You know what I mean? His game, but
Good.
my game fucking worked.
That was a good game.
You got her in the. You know what I mean?
we should do that more
Hey,
often.
you-
Mason, who can we call that you know?
Hey, yeah, you got one for. For Christian over here.
If I may, Mick, if I may, for the record, and Nat, tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's playback on this. If you had followed my advice, none of this would have happened to you.
What was your advice?
Sit down, shut up. I order. No,
You
try
did
it. It's
say
good.
that.
Try it. It's good. No, let's get a bottle of wine. Yeah, I took the liberty of ordering it for you, babe. Drink up. It's on me.
Honestly, when she refused to drink, you maybe should just went ahead, right?
If I went out with
Maybe?
this has never happened to me. If I went out with the girl
Be like, yeah, let it sit there if you don't want it.
and they ordered nothing, I would. It's all I would be able to talk about for the whole fight. I'm like, are you bulimic? Like what are we doing? Like, is there something I need to know about here?
Well, bulimic is when they throw up. Anorexic is when they don't eat.
Are you anorexic bulimic? If you read minds, you have to tell me right fucking now. Yeah. Are you ambidextrous? I
But
want to
hey,
know
listen,
everything
I
about
got another
you.
date, so we're gonna try.
All right, so we're gonna finish this saga on Monday. Mm-hmm. We're gonna finish the saga on
it's
Monday.
gonna be
I thought
done.
the saga. In the beginning of the story, I
I
thought
can't
the saga
believe you're
was
going
done.
back out with her.
I know. I'm a little surprised
All right,
too.
well, help me
but-
out with the plan at least.
You know what, Nat? When this comes out on Saturday, we got to put a little audience poll up there, whether or not they think old Christian's cucking himself here. I got to tell you, bud.
Yeah, she's gonna bring her boyfriend on.
Yeah,
this.
right?
Bro,
Yeah.
honestly.
Is it okay if my husband comes? He loves steak. Like, let's go here,
Yeah,
buddy.
you still got Daddy G's credit card?
No, you've lost.
What's up with that credit
Yeah,
card?
You've lost privileges.
Yeah, man.
You've lost
You
privileges.
had your fucking opportunity.
I should have hit an ATM.
I didn't give you the pin. Oh, I am moron. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Should he go back out with her or not?
What are you doing with her?
I don't know.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
What
What
all right,
have you done
let's-
with her?
Let's
What do
what
you
have you
mean?
done in the previous dates?
Yeah.
Like, where'd you guys go?
I can tell you what he hasn't done.
Yeah.
First date, bar. Second date,
Did she drink on the first date?
I think she had one drink. Second date,
What did she drink?
I don't remember.
All right.
Well, maybe she's not a drinker, bud.
Second
That's all
date,
right.
that's fine.
Yeah,
She
I'm
could
saying, you
hydrate
keep bringing
herself
her-
at least, I
You're
mean.
bringing her places. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Get some hydration.
Yeah.
bitch.
Second date, I forget. I think it was like a bar again or something. And then third date, so maybe we go. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Bring her to an open mat.
Dude.
Get her in some spats, and at least you find yourself in guard and just hover. Just hover.
Just to get some physical contact.
Just
Bro,
hover
you know
and
what you
guard.
could do? Take her to a shooting range.
Ooh.
I'm serious. Here's why. Because when you do that, you put yourself into that masculine frame where she has to fall into it, right?
Okay.
So she'll start following you, maybe open up a little bit.
Not a bad idea.
Plus,
I was gonna say
It's
also
fucking awesome.
an activity is a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like not a bar.
The shooting range is a great idea. It does not apply to Puerto Rican or Italian chicks. Just as a.
You don't want to teach them how to
They
use
can
weapons.
shoot
Yeah, I wouldn't take him there.
A little
Let's see.
fiery,
Nah.
a little too hot-blooded.
Yeah. The
Caliente.
the Amish girl on Rumspringer that's dragging old Christian along here. he can bring her to the range. Fully automatic with our boy Christian Gray down in. If you're gonna go to any range, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go to old Locked and Loaded Miami. Locked and Loaded Miami with our boy. Bronze medal recipient Christian Gray. I forget what episode that is, but that was a great episode. Great guy. If you want, there's only 2 places in all of America where you can shoot fully automatic weapons indoors. It's in Las Vegas and Miami at Locked and Loaded. Give it a shot. You like what's your favorite firearms?
Bro, I'd say Scar, but it's just so unreliable.
Ah,
Yeah.
did you serve? Were you in the military?
No, I just love guns.
Just an enthusiast.
yeah.
Yep.
He's from Ohio.
Ohio.
That's right,
You're
bro.
from Ohio. You don't like guns.
I love guns. What
You
are
love
talking about?
guns?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's part of the culture.
Ah, well, yeah. So I mean I shot fully automatic for the first time. I went to Locked and Loaded, and I asked Christian. I was like, why don't they just do fully automatic all
Christian
the time?
Gray?
Yeah, I was like, why don't you guys just do fully automatic all the time? He's like, it's easier for me to show you than it is to explain. And I'm a pretty big guy, pretty good, decent shot, bro. It's like impossible at any sort of caliber to maintain control of that thing. I'm like, okay, I get it now. He also goes, the guy who loses on the battlefield isn't the guy who gets shot. It's the guy who runs out of ammo first.
Oh, yeah.
So I was
it's gotta
like,
be a little
oh, shit.
selective.
Yeah, he's like, every time you pull the trigger, something better be happening.
Yeah.
That stuff's just suppressing fire. Put it to automatic, spray and pray and get out of there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, really, really interesting stuff. If you get a chance, you should give it a shot. I'll tell you what, boy, you get that belt-fed saw on a stand. There's nothing. It's like you feel like a demigod. It's
Yeah.
unreal. You're like, oh, I could take over entire countries in
You fuck with
Southeast
big
Asia
guns
with this
too?
thing.
Bro, I fucking love it. I shot a bear at one time.
50 cal.
Yeah, dude, that will blow your shoulder out.
They got those in Lock and Loaded too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's insane.
actually,
What'd you guys shoot when you were there?
50 cal Barrett. I got my my sniper pen.
That's unreal.
Yeah,
That's a bullet hole from it?
yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Unreal. Let's go.
This was at 75 yards.
Wow.
The good thing with this, if you're going center mass on somebody, you don't have to be precise.
Yeah.
This'll.
It's
That'll
like
put a-
I
that'll
read,
do it.
Put a
I
hole
heard from
in
a
'em.
guy. I heard an ex-military guy who's talking about how the shock wave and the rotation, the bullet, within like 5 meters of you, it'll blow your arm off.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
It's crazy.
Well, we talked about that.
Whoa. So even if it's missing,
Yeah. There's so much heat and
Whoa.
rotation.
I do
on this
remember
shit.
We talked
kinda
about
talking
that
about that,
in.
yeah. Who's that? Was that?
We did it. We talked about it after we watched All's Quiet on the Western Front.
Right.
And there's like there's always those scenes in the movies where like something blows up and the guy's like,
Yeah, or like it whisks by them.
yeah.
But realistically, it would fucking tear up.
Dude, it's
apart.
anti-tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't- it's a crime against humanity to use it on a person.
Or the
Really?
the
Yeah.
percussion of a
Yeah,
of a grenade.
It's against rules of war.
Like you always see the guys like with the grenades and they jump out of the way and then they kind of like have the concussion or whatever. All those guys, if it were quote unquote real life, they're dead within like hours. Their internal organs are mush.
Like vaporized.
Yeah, they're just.
That reminds me. Rules of engagement. Isn't that like thing like where they? And I believe I learned it in reading All Quiet on the Western Front when I was in school. You can't like fire upon someone so you can see like the whites of their eyes.
No. The rules of engagement are different than like the Geneva Convention and like international rules of like law of war and stuff. The fire of the whites of their eyes thing is I believe it's is it Revolutionary War or War of 1812, Christian or Nat, whichever one.
I'm pretty sure. I don't.
Yeah, so like that's what was it?
you guys look it
John Patrick Henry, don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. The idea was that they're close enough. You're a man. Hold on to your ammo. Be a man. Don't just fire.
But I feel like you're giving them a chance to fucking.
That's what, bro. American Sniper was a mile and a half.
What was that?
So
Right.
There's
So
no
they're
way
not
you see
seeing
the
their
guy's
fucking
eye.
eyes.
No, fuck
Hold
no.
on a second, Nat. What was that?
The Revolutionary War.
It was Revolutionary War, yeah.
William Prescott.
William Prescott. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, remember Revolutionary War? You were lined up in a line.
So it wasn't a
and you had to shoot.
It was more of a rule of thumb, not a rule of engagement.
It was his rule. It was what he was trying to say to like, man, be a man to your soldiers, because don't shoot the musket from 100 yards because you're scared. Wait, because after you shoot, after you do the volley, you gotta fucking put the charge in, pack it.
Well, it was to conserve their ammo.
Yeah, it was to conserve the ammo.
Yeah, that's what it says.
You know?
The Americans, right?
Yeah. They go hide in the trees.
The red
and shit.
coats are all out there.
So
They're all marching. Then Americans come out like gorillas. Yeah.
Insanity how they did that.
Yeah.
The you got to see, especially that's like they kept doing that like 100 years after the fucking gun and the cannon were invented. You got to see some of the Battle of Waterloo. There's museums and you see like these guys have medieval style armor on, like that would like stop a broadsword, and they just have 4-foot fucking holes in them from taking a cannonball straight on. Oh, I don't think that worked. No, it's not good. I don't want to stand when there's a cannon fire. No. But what I think you're thinking of is American rules of engagement in occupying countries since Iraq and Afghanistan is they can't engage unless engaged.
Yeah, I feel like that's putting our soldiers at a deficit.
It 100%
Here's a picture right here.
You know?
Oh, there we go. Look at that thing. Yeah,
Damn, bro.
That guy spent his entire family's fortune on that. He's like, I'm going to be invincible in this war. Nope. Life comes at you fast, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah. The idea is that we're peacekeepers over there. We're UN peacekeepers, where we don't want to be seen as an occupying force or an empire. So you can see enemies and you can see them doing things, but you can't engage with them unless they've engaged with you. That's our personal rules of engagement, and it's different for every theater.
If they're walking around with a gun, like looking around, you gotta wait for them to point it at you.
No, you gotta wait for them to pull the trigger. They can point it at you.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not in the
And you
military,
gotta
'cause I would not
Dude,
be
that's
waiting,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
You
bro.
got to call it
There's
in.
no way.
You
I
have
wouldn't be
to
waiting.
call into your superior officer and be like, this guy's pointing a gun at us. Can we engage?
Yeah.
And they'll either say engage or don't engage. So you're like, just waiting, guys. Just hold on. Can I deviate? No, just wait, guys. Yeah. And if you make that call without your supervisor, you can save everybody's life and still get court-martialed or at least busted down.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah.
No bueno.
Now, the Geneva Convention and like the rules of war, what he's talking about with like mustard gas and all these things, a lot of that came out of World War I.
Yeah.
Where it was just so devastating.
Right. There
People
was
died.
like no rules there.
An entire
lawless.
generation
Oh,
of
dude,
Europe
yeah,
was lost in
And
World
now
War
we
I.
have the technology where we weren't using muskets and swords anymore. We were really fucking each other up.
Bro, if they wanted to eradicate everybody in a day, they would. You know,
Yeah.
Today, for sure.
Right, with a fucking nuclear.
There's so much tech that they don't tell us about. I mean, bro, like, I don't know how schizo you guys get on the podcast, but
I think you're talking to Mr. Schizo.
Let's
over
go.
here,
I
bro.
mean,
you guys
so
go deep.
if you look at like
G pulled his cowboy hat down a little tighter.
You had my
fucking
had my attention. Now you have my interest.
let's go. So like Hawaii, you seen the Maui shit where like the
I
beams-
painted my roof blue.
See the beams coming out of the sky?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
blue roof shit. you
Yeah,
talking
it's
about?
called like harp. I think.
So no, harp's
is the
harp's a
weather
little
stuff,
different,
right?
Harp is we don't know. We don't know what harp is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So harp, the idea is it's just supposed to be them studying the weather, or maybe they're trying to figure out cloud formations that can rehydrate areas that have been overwrought with drought. And we would never weaponize anything. We learned how to control the weather. We wouldn't weaponize that.
Control the weather.
Yeah.
Are they claiming they're not trying to do that?
They've all but had to admit
sure.
that they not only have been doing it, but they have the capacity to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Which, by the way, is an old G.I. Joe plot from when I was a kid.
Well, let
It's
me
like,
say something.
The Weather Dominator. Yeah.
First, let's talk about controlling the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever heard of a rain dance?
Facts. Let's
People have
go.
been trying to control the weather forever. There's been not only rain dances, like we think like Native Americans, but all different cultures had like rain dances. So why the fuck would
The
these
rain dance was the best part. The murder the virgins until the rain starts again is the worst
like
part.
the apocalypto shit? Yeah.
So we start with the dancing, and then y'all better hope that we gotta get some rain there.
You better dance your ass off.
Better get
These
some rain.
motherfuckers are getting, we're spilling blood today.
Can you imagine like being next up for like the? Imagine being like next up to get executed for the rain gods.
like,
and you're just
please,
out here
I
like,
hope this one works.
Which one? Which move do you want, rain god? Which move do you want? You're out here like Dance Revolution. It starts raining. You're like, ah. It was the moonwalk. Y'all might want to write that one down.
Yeah, I wonder which guy like went dance right as it started raining and it just felt like he was like, I'm a fucking G. I'm making it rain, baby. That's the original making that shit rain.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, ladies.
Oh, I hate to tell you guys, it was definitely not like that at all. It was the guy who was going to be dancing anyway. He heard it in his voice.
No, but he'd been dancing for too long. It's the guy who right as he started dancing. You know what I mean? You got to use that shit sparingly.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, he's like, yeah. And then he's like, they're like, come on, we need to rain dance. And he's like, but he knows that he just got lucky. So he's like, I don't feel like dancing today. I need more pussy.
Bands make good dance. Bands make good dance. That's hilarious. What? We have to. We need more rain.
I'm just not in a dancing mood.
What would make you in a dancing mood, sir?
Pussy.
Daughters! Daughters! The man needs to dance.
But now I am lit tired.
But you said if I gave you my daughters, you would dance. And dance I shall. But today is not that day.
I danced out. I'm danced out.
I did so much dancing with your daughters. Yeah, no, the B stuff's great.
Yeah, you have any other supplements other than the bee bread?
Yeah, so we got the bee pearls here. So that's like a capsule version. All right. And then we got Awakened.
Wait, time out. Let's talk about these bee
go.
pearls. 'Cause I never got to try these.
So that's capsule bee bread. It's the same stuff.
Athenian bee pearls.
Yeah, and there's some vitamin C in there. So you take that. It's good for immunity.
I'm gonna pop one.
Yeah.
You just
You,
take
you
one.
may not get sick ever again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
I
what
know
I'm-
my shit. I love that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
love it.
That's right.
What got you? What got
go.
you into this journey with bee, honey, alternative? Let's call it alternative medicine. Would that be fair?
Yeah, holistic wellness, whatever. But
Do you consider it more holistic wellness or supplement?
I call myself a biohacker at heart. So
Okay.
I love that shit.
kind of mix all that shit. But yeah, I played football in college, combat sports about 15 years, so it was all part of who I was. Then after that, I kind of went through this journey where I had no idea who the fuck I was, and so
Every athlete dies twice, man.
that's right. And so after getting overweight, kind of depressed, anxious, all that stuff, I found myself back in the nutrition side of things. Built a following on that on TikTok, socials, you name it. And so went bro, I graduated school. It's like May 2021, right? And so I moved back into my parents' basement, trying to figure out how I was going to make money and get the fuck out of there. And so I started the Stampede Network as like a clothing brand, actually, but I wasn't making sales for like 7 months. And there was just this epiphany moment one day where I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with clothing. I know holistic wellness. I know nutrition. I know natural medicine, fitness. I'm going to make something around this. And so I sourced the bee bread, found it over in Eastern Europe, got that thing labeled up. Dude, it was the craziest shit ever because this thing sat, like when I brought it in, all branded up, it sat in my room for maybe like 3 weeks, right? I didn't want to be the supplement guy when I put it out, but I had this like calling. It's like, dude, just make a single video. And so one day I go in my bathroom, I'm in my hoodie and my underwear. I just pull out my phone, I take a video of the bee bread, just 60 seconds. I put this thing out, throw my phone away because I was like, I can't believe I just did that shit, right? And so when I do that, I wait 5 minutes and all of a sudden I hear this ding on my phone. I was like, it's the Shopify ding, right? And I haven't heard that shit in like 3-4 years. I had an e-commerce background. And so I hear this ding and I'm like, what? And I go over and I look and someone bought the bee bread. This video, I tell them that there was like a wait list, just put your email in and wait for it. But I guess I left it open on the site. And so I see this ding coming. I'm like, yo, I just got to, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I put my phone back down. 5 minutes later, I hear another ding. I go over, I'm like, yo, someone bought the bee bread? I'm like, what? Nah, put it back down. 5 minutes later, there's 2 dings. Like, we got 4 sales in less than 20 minutes. What's going on? Throw it one more time. Bro, that shit just started machine gun. Ding, 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 ding. It was like a money printer all day. I saw more sales and money come in that single day than I had probably in my entire life. It was the craziest shit ever. And so,
how were you doing financially at that point in your life? I know you said you're back with your folks, but
yeah, I had like $500 left in my name, and I invested like 30 grand into myself on that shit. And so I was just kind of I was really just waiting for a miracle to happen. It was more of like an act of faith. And so, dude, after that, it skyrocketed every single thing in my life, really got me on the map. I took the cash flow, built out a team, started building systems. And then since then, which was like only a year and a half ago, we just turned it into a monster so far.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Turned your life around.
It hit like 6 million views in a day.
No shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's why it's important that you followed your calling. You felt that calling and you followed it.
That's right.
Even though it felt a little uncomfortable to go make that video.
Bro, I didn't even think it was my
mean?
calling, honestly. I was just like, at that point, and I think, too, a lot of people need to hear is, you know, we can't always, like, go after our passions, but, like, in the moment, our purpose is always calling us. And so you just got to, like, answer that fucking call and do what's necessary sometimes. I think it helped, too, when my back was against the wall.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, don't quit before the miracle happens. The idea of keep pushing on
one
that.
More, man. One more
But
rep, one more day, one more whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%.
You went to school for business? Were you?
Yeah, so dude, I didn't really go to class that much, honestly.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I didn't learn shit in school.
Fuck yeah. That's what those cool kids do,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, that's right. I learned in school how much school
Fucking
doesn't actually
nerds.
help us, bro. So, yeah, I was marketing psychology, but I was just drop shipping all types of stuff outside of class.
So you said that you knew about like nutrition and different like holistic stuff. How'd you get into that?
It was, dude, I just always like putting these random substances in myself to see what would happen, you know? It's
you test on yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to be your own guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where a lot of these brand owners get it wrong.
And I get that because I
don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what?
I think getting high on your own supply is good in some industries and maybe not others. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not across
if we're
not
talking
across the
holistic
board.
wellness,
Yeah,
for a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want a personal trainer who's in good shape, but I don't want to partner with a bar owner who's fucking drunk all the time.
I'm trying all the drinks.
Yeah.
I know. So I got involved or into nutrition when I was like young. I remember like. It was actually because of my mother. Like she started getting into like nutrition and stuff, and I remember like the first time she gave us like whole wheat pasta. You know, she's a Santoro. I got the whole Italian side. We're like, nah.
Do you hate me, Mama? What are you doing?
Mamma mia. No.
What is this? What is this albatross in my mouth? Then?
No, we want real pasta. You know what I mean? We don't want this crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when I was around like 15, 16. I started like really getting after it because I wanted to like I wanted to be a good athlete. I wanted to be my best self. I wanted to optimize myself. So I'm very knowledgeable in the space as well. Like I've been a student of that for like 15 years now. And I realized when I started eating healthy how good I felt.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And putting good stuff in my body. But now when you say you were trying shit on like different shit on yourself, I was like I want the fucking answer. Tell me what the best shit is, but you know what I mean. I just want to know. You know what I mean. I think there's a lot of people like that, but at the same time, everybody's different. Different people are gonna react differently to different shit. Yeah. And you got to be willing to try some shit. All right, try this shit for 30 days. I don't feel too good. You know what I mean? Facts. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Get off it. If you don't see improvements.
Yeah, bro. I like finding the exotic shit that nobody knows about. You know, because like my mindset is if everyone's taking it and everyone low-key is like a little lost in life, depressed. I don't want to be like that. So I'm gonna take something that's exotic. Like I want the 1%.
What's some exotic shit? Turn us on to some shit.
Spartan bee bread. Let's
there
go.
You go.
Yes,
Stampede Network.
You got that.
So that's something through your studies.
Yeah.
Your extensive studies that you found worked the best for you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what got you into bee bread? into like, you know, it's
just-
fermented bee pollen and honey.
It's the honey itself is what I really love. Like I'm fucking Winnie the Pooh with that shit.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Honey's so good. Like you
Yeah.
take local honey, we've been hearing that for years. It'll stop allergies. People
Yeah.
suffer from allergies.
For a fact.
You know what I mean? I know my cousin Chad. He came from Trinidad, so he
Trini Chad.
Trini Chad. He was getting fucked up living in North Jersey with the pollen and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he was hitting honey hard, and that shit put a significant dent in his suffering.
Yeah, it's
you
the
know?
same as what you do with the shot, you know? So it's like they take a little bit of the virus and they put it inside of you so you get, you know, immunity to it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with this. Well, some of them. Some
Yeah,
of them, some of them,
exactly.
Yeah,
Certain. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, and now YouTube has blocked us.
yeah.
No, we talk
we're
about
talking about
everything.
the flu shot.
Nah,
bro.
fuck that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talk about everything, brother.
Whatever.
We talk about it all.
Whatever.
Talk
Let
about
it
all. Let it
fly.
fucking
That's right.
Yeah, and
Let
I
them do what
bet,
they will.
if I eat your
We
bee
talk
pollen,
about truth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
if I eat your bee pollen, I'm not gonna have a heart attack in the middle of a pickleball
Nah,
game
you
either. Like
chilling.
all these
Yeah, for-
seemingly
nah, for
healthy
sure.
21-year-olds.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
chilling, you
Yeah.
chilling.
Surprising amount of blood clots going on.
Ah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, work out too much and you might have a heart attack. New article, Washington Post. Don't even ask questions. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I've been getting it right this whole time. I don't know, man.
I don't like that laugh.
So is this as far as the entrepreneurial aspect is very interesting to me. Is there any mentors that you had, any books or anybody that you really leaned into from that perspective? I think I'm hearing a little E-Myth in you. I think I'm hearing a little Blue Ocean Strategy.
Yeah, so my mentors are super unconventional. I want to be like the best of the best, and to me that's like Alexander the Great, Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, you got to suck up their mindsets. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
We love those guys.
Yeah, it's all leadership at the end
Yeah,
of the
but
day.
those pussies never sold nothing on fucking Spotify. So what the fuck? What are you gonna learn?
Shopify. Dog.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
That would have been a great clip. Fuck. From the top. No, so I mean, if you're talking about stoic leaders, great leaders, all that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you know, you're fresh out of college, you're trying to build a brand, you didn't have any business training, you did drop shipping,
Yeah.
which depending on who you ask or what time is either
Yeah.
worthwhile or not. I think drop shipping exists these days just so people can sell drop shipping how-to courses.
Facts.
But you're now an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. What have you learned? What advice could you give other people that may want to go that route?
Stick to one thing, right? So I had so much shiny object syndrome at the beginning where you just jump from one thing to the next because it doesn't work. And the truth is it's going to work if you do, right? So it's like you just got to stick with that shit long enough because you're just building a skill at the end of the day. And so put yourself in a vehicle that resonates the most with you. Like for me, it was video content, right? Or like copywriting, something like that. So if you figure out what your skill is and you put yourself in a vehicle with that where you can provide yourself as a service to a business, you can make money while you develop, and you can also learn from somebody ahead of you. And so that's how you learn the systems and all that shit. So when you get that cash flow, you can start putting it into something.
Interesting. Do you have any literature that you read or anybody that you followed online that you lean on?
I'd say Richard Branson, dude, is one of the OGs when it comes to entrepreneurship. Just read any of his books. He's a systems genius. I would read. Dude, honestly, I didn't read that much shit. I watched so many YouTube videos. It's a lot of experimentation.
Great way to educate yourself.
Yeah, that's the new
nowadays.
reading.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
Yeah, I'd say experimentation for sure. That's obviously the best way to learn anything.
John Jones talked about that. One of the
Facts.
greatest fighters ever. Is that he was I think coming out of college and back at his parents' house, sat in his house and just went on YouTube like, how can I be great? How can I
Yeah.
do this? And you know, gained a whole mindset
Yeah.
off that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, at the end of the day, book is basically like a mentor that you can just suck up their brain immediately. But, you know, by the time someone finishes a whole book, you could have tried like 3 different things and learned way more valuable lessons by being in the field. And I was honestly like kind of lazy with books. I didn't want to read,
Right.
you know, so I just wanted to do the shit.
Yeah, kind of that. What is it like? That experience over
Yeah.
something you learn.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I feel like there's a sexier saying.
Experience is
that-
the best teacher.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like
yeah,
that.
Something like
Some
that.
shit
Something
like
like
that,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way experience is the best teacher is normally not It's not a soft landing.
You got to learn some hard lessons.
You got to learn
sometimes,
some
man.
hard lessons, boy.
Yeah, you were fucking putting all types of different shit in your body. Do you have any bad reactions from some stuff?
Dude, there was this one time, bro. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I had this like rash all the way up and down my body. I don't know if it was from a supplement. It's from peanut butter. I'd cut that shit out of my diet, and that sucked because I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so pissed cutting that out. I was so angry, bro.
I know a
And it would have
guy.
helped.
Yeah, dude, I cut that out, and I went like straight carnivore for 9 months. It cleared it up, but I had this rash for like 5.
Hear that, Christian? Like a fucking man.
That's right.
Ate some fucking meat. Got some fucking testosterone in his life.
And my testosterone's good, trust me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
My voice is getting deeper by the second.
I know a guy who is so committed to like getting rid of the softness in our society that he makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and brings it onto the plane with him every time he goes on a plane.
Who's that?
Is that Mick?
And he opens up the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Honestly, it was a peanut butter battle bar.
Oh, you know the guy. Oh, we know the
son of
same
a
guy?
bitch.
We know the same guy?
I was just like, you know what? Let's see what happens. You better have your fucking EpiPen, bitch. No, I just wanted a peanut butter battle bar. Yeah. And then I realized I was opening. I was like, they don't be serving airplane peanuts anymore for a reason, huh? I was like, Daddy's hungry. You little bitch ass better have an EpiPen.
The kid behind him's on the floor having a seizure. Mick gets up. That motherfucker's not real.
You can act like a man.
You can act like a man. He's dying. You can act like a man. By the way, have you seen the new videos of old girl with the?
I
that
saw
motherfucker's not
one
real?
of them, yeah.
Ooh,
You
wait.
think she's hot, bro?
You got
huh?
to see the new one. She just got on another plane and TMZ stopped her. First of
Yeah?
all,
You know what we're talking about,
they
right?
don't
No,
look like the
who's
same
Oh,
girl.
wait, let's play the original
I'll
clip.
find
The
it.
original clip, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this chick
Gone-
kind of
Gones
freaked
or
out
something?
on a plane.
And she won't tell people what it is. She's like, I've been
know.
advised not
This
to.
is new, right?
It's not that new. We probably talked about it maybe a month ago or something,
Yeah, about that.
right?
It's hard to tell anymore with the news, man.
Someone's always bitching on a plane, bro. I'm not.
No, this was this was
chick,
a bit
this
much.
is a fucking freak out.
I gotta be honest
I
with
want to
you.
see this.
yeah.
I gotta be real with you. If I was on that plane, if it was a Spirit airline where she did this, I think I'm getting off the plane. I'd be like, there's a 99% chance this bitch is wrong,
Know what I would have done?
but on the 1%,
Know what I would have done?
what?
If I was the one she's talking about, I'd be like, she's right. I'm a fucking alien. At night, I'd start making commands.
Booga booga, motherfucker.
Oh, shit, let's see it.
I'd be like, I need a whole row to myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay down.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
I
don't
think
like
this is
sitting.
the original.
Let's go.
First class, everyone in the back. I'll take a meal.
You're getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Bye. Now,
police.
she was just on TMZ, Chris. See if you can find that.
Is she high? What the fuck's going on?
first of all-
Bro, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe she like took a little too many edibles or something. She wanted to just have a nice little, sleep on the plane ride.
No,
You know
that's
what I mean?
mental illness. That's strong
You think?
mental
You
for
think
sure.
that's like
yeah.
yeah?
I don't know what that is, but
It's some sort of episode mental breakdown, something like that.
It's just so hard for me to like.
It's the full progression of that's G's end progression.
Yeah, like that's it's so hard for me to tell the difference between mental illness and just normal white woman at this point.
It's the same
It's-
shit
yeah,
today,
it's-
bro.
Yeah.
It's too easy to be alive,
Yeah.
man. It's, yeah.
She found out the plane didn't have a manager and fucking lost it. So TMZ caught up with her and she's like half a star now. She's like in the airport and she's like all done
She's
up.
embracing it.
Oh, she's kind
She's
of
just
but
riding
yes.
planes constantly.
Yeah,
She's
she's like, "What's up? I'm the plane girl."
I'm the plane girl.
But she definitely did not dress to not be seen. I'll tell you that. First of all, before you see what you're about to see, are we talking yes or no here? We smash or pass?
So that lady?
Yeah.
Bro, she's a fucking maniac.
Oh, you're nuts.
Ruin your life.
That's crazy.
I
Hot
said no.
crazy.
You like that. It's kind of that's why you have a lot of problems with
Kind of my
women, my
thing.
friend.
Kind of my
That's why I
thing.
have a lot of problems with women.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's why I'm able to make the videos.
That's bad.
That's an inside joke, folks. That's an inside joke.
Oh
got
Lord,
it,
it's
I
a
got
damn shame. World's got there she is.
Oh, all right. She looks pretty now.
I'd totally smash.
You know, in the airport again.
Yo, watch the cameraman low key keep trying to catch her. There it is. He keeps trying to zoom out when
side
she's
move?
not looking. Yeah.
Are you doing anything differently? Like,
There's a lot of
you know,
frame she could.
Watch. When she turns away, he knows what he's
was there
doing. He's a pro.
Any new techniques you use?
No.
No?
No.
And a lot of people
Oh.
are curious
Yeah.
what exactly you saw. Because you know, you alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, you know, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to, like, you know,
There. Come on.
kind of
to
interview
skip?
somewhere, or like what's going
No,
on?
no,
What's the
no.
deal? What's the plan on?
I'm gonna sell my
I feel
buck.
like it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff.
Okay.
But
With mental health.
You're a good girl.
I've been trying to like lay
Okay.
low for the most part.
I was trying to lay low. That's why I'm walking around with my double
Talking to
D's hanging out
TMZ.
with no.
I was so much strong-armed into speaking, and now here we are.
Well, I do want to know. Like, I mean, you won't say to me what you saw right now. You can't. All right, just got her too.
Yeah.
Well, but what about, like, what was the reason that you wanted to get off so bad?
Again, can't speak on that right now, but
Understood.
I was distressed and I was getting off the plane. No matter what, I just probably didn't need to make the scene that I made.
Right.
In retrospect,
Getting off that plane.
mistakes were made.
Right. And you stand by that, like,
100%,
even now.
100%.
What do you mean? Wasn't she trying to save people? Right?
Was she?
I think so. So she's like, y'all can get off. Don't believe me.
Well,
That was pretty good.
the Reddit thread all day was apparently somebody else on the plane said that they were freaked out by the guy in the back too. And apparently, if you believe the internet,
Apparently.
He never got off the plane.
he didn't, but like the guy corroborated. There was like, so when this first came out and went viral, there was like people that were on the plane that were like, yo, I was on that plane. Now you don't know if they were or they weren't, but there was like a Reddit thread where the dude was like, yo, I was on that plane and there was something weird. Apparently like a dude like blinked sideways or some shit
what
like
the
that.
All right. Did anybody now? Let's see this. Did
I'm
anybody?
scared now.
Could you look if anybody copped to being the guy she was talking about?
I don't know. That's a good point.
I wonder if anyone was like, yeah, it was me. I was fucking with her. I thought she was annoying, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not a real person. I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Did some like creepy shit.
Yeah,
You know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah, like,
yeah. He just like crossed his eyes and rolled his tongue, and he's like, whoa, you're fucking not real, dude. You're a lizard man.
Ha!
He crossed his eyes. And she's like, what the fuck? Just manipulated her.
Yeah, just like absolutely gaslit the shit out of her. Like, lady, you want to
Now
sit
you're
here?
a meme.
There's nobody here. Do you want to sit here? There's nobody here. I can clearly see there's a guy here. Is there a guy here?
He's trying to get a little
Ooh,
lappy.
yeah.
I found the guy.
Oh, let's sit.
Allegedly.
I think.
Allegedly.
Could be
The
bullshit.
shittiest video ever, but
It's like, what the fuck's wrong with her?
Oh, this is her bag. She's gonna get her bag. Do you want to get her bag out so we can get this going so you can all go?
okay, I don't know what this is.
He was probably high.
One of my favorite crazy things. Have you ever hear Mel Gibson like dead ass say that Christopher Walken was Satan?
No.
Pull that up.
That's interesting.
Mel Gibson said a lot of stuff.
No, he's sober as a stone in this. Going,
Dude,
I
the shit
met
he's seen in
Christopher Walken,
Hollywood,
and I know
bro.
he's God. He's Satan.
Hollywood's disgusting, bro. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on.
Did you
out
see
there.
that he had a big part of The Sound of Freedom, right?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Here it is
didn't
right here.
see
You
it,
haven't
man. I
seen
meant to
bro,
see
you
it.
gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it?
Yeah. It's
We might
unreal.
need to see that because we probably should talk about it with you
Yeah, some interesting thing.
we gotta talk about that shit.
Terrified me. Me too.
Watch this.
No, he came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And he said, "Sure." And he floated in sideways, and it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk but they glide. And he
Can
just
you
sat
walk?
down in a chair
No.
next to me, and it kind of frightened me. And he began to talk tortures.
You see that?
Because I'd read this book on torture. I tried to recall some of the most heinous things I'd ever read in this book, and he'd try and top it. And my assistant was there, and he left because he couldn't stand it anymore. Yeah. The air had turned cold.
Shitty assistant.
If you were a soul,
Where would you hide? I wanted to leave. And because I knew that I didn't want to work with him. He was getting scary.
Yeah.
No. You got to find the actual, without all the cuts. He says he's Satan. He says Christopher Walken's the devil.
Christopher Walken one.
Hold on, let me find that one.
Probably what the dude on the plane said.
Yeah. Right?
You know?
Crazy. You think there's aliens walking amongst us? Well, first of all,
I don't know.
universe.
I've been seeing those. People have been sending me the like the eye thing. You guys know that eye thing where like they'll like, you know what I'm talking about, Christian? Like there's like a thing where like a news reporter will like like
like the
people,
sideways blink shit?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sideways, or like their eye turns like different colors almost, and they like they'll blink and to like almost like fix their eye.
The reptile eye or whatever?
Yeah, reptile.
Yeah,
Can you
I've seen
pull
that.
up some of that shit?
Yeah,
Pull up
yeah.
like a little quick compilation of that. You haven't heard about this, G?
I
How the
haven't.
fuck have you not heard about
I don't
this?
know.
I feel like I'm getting shit that they're hearing you talk about.
I know.
On my phone.
I'm just too concerned about the Civil War. That's 100% coming first, and then the reptiles after that. But
Yeah? What do you think about that? G thinks there's about to be a civil war.
Bro, honestly, like, fuck. I don't even know. I'm hoping not. I think there honestly is a high chance of one happening.
So it's gonna end up being between like a lot of the sheeple who just like believe everything they hear.
Yeah.
And the people who are like, you know,
I see
real motherfuckers.
like a split, honestly.
yeah, it won't be open. It won't be open conflict.
But like, and at first you're like, oh yeah, like, you know, the real motherfuckers would have no problem trouncing those dorks. But then they're gonna also be backed by the CIA, and that side's gonna have a lot of like high, you know what I mean?
Bro, we're already in warfare. I mean,
100%.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
It's all internal.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Cold War, right? It's a propaganda war. It's a digital
Propaganda,
war.
yeah.
It's a financial war. You know, if what was happening to our own citizens, if we were doing it to another country, it would be considered acts of war.
100%.
Right, we'd probably intervene.
We've
right?
done it.
What's an example?
Oh, dude, first of all, we do regime change all the time. Something called a color revolution. I don't want to go too crazy on it because it takes too much time. But there's a color revolution, and we've been doing it for 70 years, right? We take people, we implement in democratically elected countries, South America, the Middle East. We rig the elections. We put in the people we want. Then they're like, you know what? I feel messed up that I'm doing your bidding instead of my people's bidding. I'm going to work for my people, and then we murk them and put in somebody else. Saddam Hussein was a huge ally of the United States and then became an enemy of the United States. You know, what we did with Gaddafi. Now, the rub is like, well, these guys are bad guys. Well, yeah, sure. They don't have to be good guys. There doesn't have to be a good kind of bad guy in everything. Like, you can look at Vladimir Putin and say, Vladimir Putin's a bad guy, yes. And you could also say what we're doing with Ukraine is fucked up. Both of those things can be true at the same time. There doesn't have to be a good guy and a bad guy. There's almost never a good guy and a bad guy when it comes to international politics.
Gray area. Right?
It's shades of
gray.
yeah. You know, and if you're talking about, if Vladimir Putin was arresting his political opponents, silencing his own citizens that disagreed with him, seizing lands, right? Contaminating water, contaminating food, you'd say, okay, this is a tyrannical dictator.
Yeah.
Something should be done about this despot. America 2023, baby. But it's okay, though, because the elites that own the media and the elites that own the internet say it's okay. They run coverage 24/7. So there's no panic, which is amazing. Like, I'm in the supermarket the other day. I told you this. I'm getting an aneurysm. Going, I can't believe how expensive this is.
Right.
For less.
You said that. You said that on the last podcast. You're talking about the shrinkflation.
But now I feel like I'm a monster because I'm like, everybody else is just calm. How am I the only one losing my shit? Does everybody else have twice as much money as me? Like, what's going on? Like, how does nobody care? And I'm telling you, this is where I turned 180 on it. This is where I said, fucking America is so good. We are so great that we can't even fuck it up. They're trying. And we're letting them do it, and they still can't do it. We're so fucking good. This place is so fucking amazing that everything they could possibly do to submarine us can't take the shit down. All we got to do is just wake up a little bit. All we got to do is just come together a little bit. These people are doing everything they could possibly do to bury us, and they can't do it. And we're not even paying attention.
Right.
If we paid attention for even a second, forget it. Forget it. So, I've gone from believing or worrying that this was going to happen to hoping it happens. Once it's out in the open, it will be undeniable. Mm-hmm. I posted something today about the Great Reset. It was from 2020, and it's from 2023. And the 2020 article, same news organization, CBC, 2020 making fun of people for saying that there was a Great Reset. Oh, the right-wing conspiracy about some global intervention they call the Great Reset, and it's like, check on your friends that they believe these right-wing conspiracies. 2023, how the Great Reset is the future of the economy. Right. A gentler, nobler capitalism is on the way. So they go from making fun of you for thinking it exists, and then 3 years later they make fun of you for thinking it's not the right thing to do. Dude, all we got to do is just drag this shit into the light. Just drag it into the light, And once people see it, it'll be undeniable. It'll be undeniable. And then once it's undeniable, or the unfortunate thing, or the pain threshold gets hit, which is where I hope doesn't happen, one of two things has to happen. Either it has to get dragged into the light where it's undeniable, or we have to hit a pain threshold. And I'm hoping this happens instead of this. But, man, once it does.
You got any thoughts on that, Mace?
Right. Honestly, I think we're going to have to hit the pain threshold because most people are just simply unaware. And that's also like what we're trying to do is help raise that awareness in people and themselves, right? Through meditation, through nutrition, all these things that, expand us to areas most people have never even experienced in their life, right? And so, if you just follow the money, it basically tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. Right? I mean, all these terms, all this bullshit on like conspiracy theorists. Whenever you hear the term conspiracy theorist, you're listening to some truth because that term was created by the CIA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the 60s after president was assassinated. So
by us.
Yeah, that's right. So if you
CIA.
Yeah. If you go deep into that and who is connected to that, it tells you literally everything you need to know. So just follow the money.
Hey, who was the head of the Dallas? It was either Dallas or Texas CIA when Kennedy was killed.
I know the answer.
Let's see if
you know the answer.
Yeah, I do.
We're gonna let Christian look it up, or should we all say it? Should we all go count to three?
Nat,
and say
Nat, do you know who it was? Who was the head of the CIA in Dallas when Kennedy? Well, why don't we Google that and see if it's of any interest to you?
We're deep in the rabbit hole now. Let's go.
Yeah. It's the good thing about owning your own company instead of working for it. You can say whatever you want.
That's right.
That's what always freaks me out or like pisses me off or I just don't understand about people that I've met that have quote unquote made it. They either own their own business or they're a high level employee making a ton of money. And then they become prisoners of that.
Bro, they're sellouts.
They won't talk. Oh God, I don't want to lose
a sale. I got it.
Yeah. I got friends that are massively popular, 7 million, 8 million followers. You know who I'm talking about, who has very strong opinions, but refuses to say any of them publicly because God. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, bro, that makes you a prisoner.
That's why they follow
you
in the
prisoner.
First place,
Yeah.
It's like our email list is the same shit like that we're talking about right now. It's the most. It might be the most engaged email list on earth.
But that's good though.
Yeah.
Because I'm of the opinion. If it was 25 years ago, I don't think it would be good business strategy. Because we talked about this last podcast, maybe 2 podcasts ago. The world wasn't political back then. If you were hyper political, always talking about it, your friends would get annoyed. Be like, bro, I'm just trying to watch the game. Shut up. Now you can't watch the game without there being political slogans on the field, without the players themselves wearing political slogans. They have politicized everything. Mm-hmm. So by you not agreeing with a certain politics, that side is going to kill you anyway. So you might as well just say what you want to say what you believe, especially if it's coming from a place of truth and nobility.
Nice.
And then let the facts fall where they, let the what is it? Fall where they may.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. Chips fall where they may.
The
Yeah. I was trying to come up with a bee pun, but I didn't do it quick enough. Let the pollen fall where it may. So who was the head of the CIA?
You want to go, Mick?
Bush Sr.
Mm-hmm. In Dallas, absolutely was.
For Kennedy?
When Kennedy was assassinated.
It says John A. McCone.
No, the bureau chief.
That's the head of the...
State's Director of Central Intelligence.
Yeah. But in Texas, in Dallas.
I heard it was Pelosi's dad.
You're
So we all
all had different
We all
answers.
got
Have we
different
all
answers,
voted that one?
baby.
I'm not getting that either.
I just got Google's answer as John A. McCone, but I'm not entirely positive.
Yeah, it's Bush.
Yeah, I remember because you first said like who the head of the CIA was, or maybe it's the FBI.
That would make sense.
Maybe it's the FBI.
CIA, George
CIA?
Bush. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember I looked it up and I was like, nah, it's some other dude. But you were like,
Bush
then you
also-
showed that it was It was like the Dallas office.
Yeah,
or some
the
shit in
bureau
Texas.
chief. He was the local bureau chief, and the wild shit about the hostages too. The day Reagan is inaugurated, the hostages are released, and who's Reagan's VP? Bush. What was Bush? The head of the CIA. Wild.
Yeah, that's wild. That is
Crazy.
Wild.
These coincidences,
Makes sense.
man.
Yeah.
Global politics are the fact that people think, there's a great saying in the libertarian community. You can either believe the government or know history. You can't do both. Those are your two options.
That's facts.
They're always lying to you, man. They're always lying to
Bro,
you.
have you seen the one of I forget who it was, but the Twin Towers? Someone insured like a $2 billion policy on it.
Oh, there's so much wild information, and crazy that now, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm older than you, right? When I was a kid, when I was your age, right? Which is getting a weird thing to say. I marched against Bush. I was just out of college. I was anti no blood for oil. Fuck the Cheneys. Fuck Donald Rumsfeld.
Yeah.
Halliburton. There's no way that you can finance a war and then profit off of rebuilding the place that you just destroyed. That was left wing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a left wing position to have. Being anti-war was a left wing position to have. Being pro free speech was being anti the Patriot Act was a left wing position to have. Except Joe Biden was a huge proponent of the Patriot Act. Now, George W. Bush was universally regarded as a war criminal. Now, go 20 years on, it's George W. Biden's presidency.
Yeah.
The Rumsfeld family supports him. The Cheney family.
I got something
Bro, they're
for
all
you.
in bed together.
Here,
Well, this is the quote-unquote uniparty, right? The Cheney family is part of the Biden administration. They're still blowing people up. They're still profiting off of rebuilding what they've blown up. They're still using our tax dollars for empire. And we're seeing now with what the internet became. We knew the Patriot Act was a monster before we even really knew what the internet was, 2001, when it was dial-up. Everything that Edward Snowden told us came true. What they're doing right now, the seeds were sown in 2001. And now it's a right-wing position to say that 9/11 has questionable fucking origins. 9/11 needs to be questioned. Anti-war is a right-wing position. These things have completely flipped. They just had Vivek Ramaswamy on CNN, and the CNN anchor, a supposed journalist, is saying, you're questioning the official narrative of 9/11. That's a dangerous, you're opening up dangerous conspiracy theories. It's like, wait a minute, lady. This is CNN. So now you're telling Michael Moore made an entire movie on 9/11 being a complete inside job, loose change. Michael Moore in today's world is seen as a right-wing extremist. The most furthest left-wing guy from my youth is now seen as a right-wing extremist. This is fucking insanity.
Yeah, it's backwards.
This says just 2 months before 9/11, the World Trade Center's lease was sold to Larry Silverstein, who took out an insurance plan that covered terrorism. After 9/11, Silverstein took the insurance company to court, claiming he should be paid double because there were 2 attacks. He won and was awarded $4,550,000,000.
Dude, what? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
2 planes went into the towers. Which plane went into Tower 7? Don't even look it up. This will definitely get taken down. That's my last thing on it. That's my last thing on it. That's it. And guys, I don't give a fuck if you get one thing out of this besides enjoy delicious bee bread. It's never a bad thing to ask questions.
Right.
Asking a question is not empowering dangerous conspiracies. If somebody tells you something is a fact and you say, okay, why? And they don't have an answer for you, they're fucking lying to you. If they can't stand up to scrutiny, they don't deserve to be listened to. Questions are everything.
Yeah, there's truth and lies out there. Lies are manipulation, and question that shit. Be fucking vigilant about that. Don't just take people's bullshit. People are gonna try and lie to you. Bad people are gonna lie. You know what I mean? There's good people, there's bad people, there's truth, there's lies.
Question. And I'll tell you what's interesting is, again, when I was a kid, the holistic community, the people that said question vaccines, the people that said, you know, the food you're being fed is poison, they were ostracized. People were like, you fucking hippie lunatics, always with your book. Go smoke your weed, we get it, blah, blah, blah. Those were like seen as, again, these like left-wing weirdos. And then they got proven to be right more often than not over time. And what's very odd is now that kind of like the left-wing hippie weirdo, if he works out, eats clean, doesn't take big pharma medicines, they're seen as a right-wing extremist now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you're all crazy right-wingers for, you do calisthenics.
Just whatever is convenient, whatever fits the narrative.
100%.
Kinda, you know?
Well, it's so obvious now. I think because of the internet, because of television, it's so obvious to see the narrative once, I hate to use the Tate term, the Matrix or whatever, but once you step out of the box and say, man, everything they're saying, it's weird that the news always supports the big guys. It's no matter what the news is, it's.
Bro, have you seen the clip?
It's good for the pill
The
companies.
official narrative.
It's good for the fast
It's good for the
food
people
companies.
who are paying the money to
Isn't
the politicians.
that wild?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Have you seen the clip?
Like Mason said, follow the money.
Have you seen the
Follow
clip
the
where all
money.
the news anchors say the same shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Yep.
They all got fed the script.
Yeah.
Well,
They want to talk about scripts in different sports. That's script. The media is the ones giving it.
we
the
also found out that the government and Pfizer were paying doctors to push the vax on TV.
Yeah.
How does
Why
that
not?
go with the
Why the fuck
Hippocratic
not?
Oath? But the Hippocratic Oath is do no harm.
Yeah.
What? So now this is the thing. If we don't end up holding these people accountable, what incentive do they ever have to stop?
That's right.
Now we've gone past the information phase. The information is out there. Whether you like it or not, conspiracy theory, not like, dude, the information's there for you. Now what do we do about the information is the next step of this evolution. That's the, and I do think it's the holistic, what would you consider this, alternative community?
I would just call it, dude, just contrarian thinking. I mean, I don't know if there's a community for it. It's just being independent thinker.
I do think that the one, and Mickey and I have talked about this before, the one bad thing that might come out of this, and this goes back to asking questions, and this goes back to being independent as well, is just because the big tribe is lying doesn't mean the tribe saying the big tribe is lying is right.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't swing so far to the other side either, you know, where just because Big Pharma are a bunch of corrupt, greedy liars, which they are, doesn't mean that everything doesn't work. Doesn't
100%.
mean that, you know, you shouldn't take any medicine, or you shouldn't do, or the earth is flat even.
Right.
Right. Well, there can be, again, this goes back to the idea that just because there's a bad guy, a very fucking clear and obvious bad guy, doesn't mean the opposition to that bad guy is a good guy.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and I think that is, we got to be a little bit careful that pendulum doesn't swing too far to the other side.
Yeah, you got to find that middle ground and realize, like, people are scared of what they don't understand. If we're in tribal times, right, and someone's coming in your village just saying all this crazy shit, you'd probably want to kill them, right? And it's the same as today. And so it's like, we have to say it in a way that you're still in the world of the people who aren't aware at all, and that's how you bring them into your world.
That's a good point. So tell us about Awaken.
The pre-workout for the spirit? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just remembered we were talking about that before.
That's right. Yeah.
More the
Yeah. So Awakened I created basically because I saw there's a ton of problems with adrenal fatigue. So most people are running. Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Like coffee's at like 7 at night. Yeah. So too much caffeine in the system. That's right. Just pumping that all the time.
First form.
90% of Americans are mineral deficient. Right, so that's a crazy stat.
Maybe lesser.
How much? 90?
90%.
Wow.
90% plus. And so if you pair that with caffeine and coffee, which are diuretics, you're pissing out all these minerals, right? So you're like slowly dying at the same time. And so I was like, how can I make something that synergizes all these things where you can get mineral replenishment without also spiking people's adrenals? Messing up the natural circadian rhythm. And
you didn't harvest baby blood, did you?
Nah, fuck that shit.
G's out.
No, we chilling.
He's all the way out.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm in the entertainment industry after all. I mean, you know.
That's right. Yeah, so I created Awaken for that, and then I put some other stuff in there, like Mucuna, which helps with central nervous system recovery.
Is that a type of honey?
No. It's like
Is that
velvet
Manuka.
Manuka?
Manuka is.
This guy
God,
knows
Manuka
his
honey's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my honeys, baby.
Manuka honey's
honeys?
good stuff. What is
yeah.
Manuka honey? Why is it different than other honey? Manuka
from New
honey's
Zealand.
good. New Zealand.
I like that acacia.
Acacia honey.
Acacia honey.
Acacia?
Yeah.
There's one honey where the bees are like they're like venomous, and you can. It's called mad honey, I think. I don't know. You heard of this?
Nah.
So you can take this. It's like slightly psychoactive.
No shit.
Rogan took it on his show.
Did he?
And what happened? What'd he say?
It just makes your mouth numb. It like barely gets you high. It doesn't get you that high, but there's videos that
tried
I've
it?
seen.
I haven't tried it yet. No.
Yeah. Here, I'll
Lord, it's a damn shame.
I'm gonna pull something up.
If you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, you shouldn't be having any venomous fucking honey. We were talking about this before.
Rogan's not 300 pounds.
So, no. Oh, well, that was funny. That's a thinker. We were talking about this on the way over. And we're like, it's so funny that this Oliver Anthony song became so huge. And out of all the things that have happened over the last 3 years that have like happened that triggered this guy to write a song was just one fat chick eating a fudge round. It wasn't the lockdowns.
See, I always pictured a fat guy. If you think it was a fat chick.
5'3"?
Yeah, he probably.
5'3"?
You might be right.
You know,
You might be right.
Yeah, that was his breaking point. Yeah. That was his aneurysm in the supermarket moment. Yeah. You know, it's the shutdowns.
Yes,
it's the masks. It's he sees this chick and it's like Kill Bill. And it's just like.
It's a damn shame.
Lord, it's a damn shame.
Hey, so you were talking when you were having your little conniption in the supermarket about the one thing he would go and look at is the Arizona iced teas that have stayed 99 cents.
That's right. They should run the country.
I literally just yesterday saw Arizona iced tea went up.
Don't do it.
Is that true?
no.
Can you look that up?
Don't do it.
I literally just saw something about
I've
that
been
yesterday,
chasing
bro.
coffee with fucking Red Bull. Like, oh, don't tell me that Arizona's next.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nah, this is 20. Go ahead, Nat.
Sorry, I think I saw the same thing you saw. It was a Canadian can.
Ah! Yes!
America!
Let's go!
Fuck yeah!
USA! USA! USA!
I've seen them in other stores for like $129, but I think that's the specific store. I think they mark it up.
Let's go!
Yeah, I bet it still says 99 on the can.
Yeah,
that's right.
All the cans still say
You
that.
get the world you deserve, Canada. You get the world you deserve.
Does it matter to you if ingredient quality goes down while the price stays the same?
Yes.
Of course it does. But at the same time, like, you know what? They do a damn good job. How can ingredient...
You're getting Arizona for quality.
How can ingredient quality go down between water and fucking tea? If anything,
high fructose corn syrup,
if
brother.
anything, what it shows, if anything, what it shows is that they were really
It could have been
caking for
cane
years.
sugar before. Now it's high fructose.
How much
then
sugar
it's
is in that?
Fucking a lot, probably. Let me look.
No, it can't be because I do the lights, so it's fine.
Yeah.
G doesn't want to know.
Yeah, no. Listen to G for all your nutritional information, for sure.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
You wanna be big and strong? You're a growing boy. Are you a growing boy?
Give him a tip of the cowboy hat. Man.
Lord, it's a damn shame.
All right. Let's guess this because this is fucking nuts.
No, let's not do this.
Go 60.
Speaking of
60 grams.
I was gonna guess 56.
Okay.
Those
are good.
It's, what is it? 32 ounce? You talking about?
We're talking 24, I think.
And are we doing the light? Are we doing the light? Or are you going? Are you running a fucking CNN hit campaign on Arizona tea here?
All right. Let's do normal. Normal regular is 50 grams of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 200 calories. And
I
then
have
you
a
want.
question. Is
What
it
up,
per
Nat?
serving or per can?
That's per can. That was per can. Per serving, it's 25.
Yeah, Arizona's not gonna lie to you. They're not gonna do any of that.
Nah.
They're not gonna hit you with it's 17 grams of sugar, but there's 15 servings in this 20 ounce can.
Light is looking like maybe 30. So you're still,
Mm-hmm. I just read
Quite
something
a
where
bit,
like,
bro.
yeah, I just read something too where like I've heard aspartame gives you cancer my whole life. Now apparently it doesn't. I don't know, you know, with the amount that it
Just
would
do
take,
stevia.
the amount that it would take to. It's got like a fucking kiddie pool full of aspartame to actually affect you or something like that. I don't know, but the fact of the matter remains. All right.
I got a question for Mason. What are your top 3 or 5 like supplements you
10
can't
or
go
11.
without? Or 10 or 11. Yeah.
So I'd say for sure is magnesium. So
Yeah, so when you were talking about how 90% of people are deficient in minerals,
Yeah.
I've heard 90% of athletes are deficient in magnesium.
magnesium and potassium, right? And so we can supplement sodium all day long, but our cell works is like we need both to function for it to do its thing. And so if you're not getting, I think it's like 98%. It's absurd.
Really?
Yeah. But like potassium and magnesium, I'd say definitely. And then if you're a dude, zinc. You got to get zinc, your testes going.
Yeah, get them testes going.
That's right.
All the
That's
all the radioactive metals.
That's right.
I saw. I don't know if it was a TED Talk or if it was
Gerard.
Rogan. I forget. But there was a guy talking about this specific thing about hydration and the TB12 method and about how every athlete hydrates.
Yeah.
But you don't just sweat out water. So it's very weird that the longevity issue, athletes don't live as long as the normal human being. You would think they would live longer, but they have heart problems in their 60s. And what he attributes it to is exactly what you're talking about. And they're very nutrient deficient, especially in what I think he called them like the precious metals or some shit like
Yeah,
that. So
dude, I was actually watching a doc last night on blue zones. So, you know, where people live the longest. I think a lot of that too with the athletes is just too much stress. And it seems like in the blue zones, they're just super stress free.
Yeah.
They find purpose in even shit they don't want to do. And they just live like in accordance with nature.
there's a size aspect to it too. Like,
Love this, brother.
Yeah.
you know, the bigger you
Be
are,
with nature, bro. I talk about that shit all the time on
That's
the
right.
podcast, man.
Bro, you could fix every problem in the world if you just lived aligned to nature. That's it.
Got to get in touch with our nature. I've
Yeah.
been saying that since episode 1.
That's what we're made of.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, we forget that.
you know, it's like super simple shit, but we walk around all day. Our feet are not even touching the ground. We got these rubber soles
Yeah.
where we can't
You're not
even...
getting your electrons.
Yeah, you're not
in touch.
grounding,
We're not
bro.
grounding,
we
bro.
don't get the sunlight one. Is
Lord, it's a
dude,
damn shame.
sunlight. Listen to this shit. Americans spend 90% of their lives indoors.
Fuck.
That's the craziest fucking stat I've ever heard.
To me,
Yeah,
that's winning. We've crushed it.
What are you
We
doing?
You
we
think we should
tamed
just-
nature.
You think we should just be veal people now?
We tamed
We should just
nature.
lay and sit all the time.
Yeah, you gotta
and
sun your
fucking-
boys,
I'd
bro.
Yeah,
love-
sun the boys,
Get your
man.
boys
I
out.
would love to get like a Roman sentry, like a Roman soldier who spent his life marching the fucking Alps and the lands of Europe, looking how we fucking live, and get him to be like, you guys ever think about taking your shoes off and turning that air conditioning off? Live with nature. Yeah, I get it. But I also maybe like, you know, nice climate control, little TV,
That shit is a little nice.
little
sometimes, but-
bug-free zone.
Yeah.
Not so bad either. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like we said before, happy mediums.
The fact that the reason I think there's so much like fucking depression and mental illness and all this stuff is because we're out of touch with nature.
Facts.
When we had to, our life, like when you had to just focus on hunting and gathering to make your fucking meal, your purpose is so ignited. You don't have time to fucking think about, dude, what should I, you know what I mean? Just, I think, what do you guys think? I know you agree with me, right?
For a fact.
What do you think, G?
I think-
I want to hear your argument for that.
So I would say yes, but I think if we talk about returning to traditional lifestyles, the biggest mistake that we made, you talked about it earlier.
Nowadays, everyone just wants to be a fucking TikTok star, and then they're gonna watch their video get, 20 views, and they're gonna be depressed.
Yeah, pretty much.
But if they had to go out and had to fucking, if they didn't fucking get some food, they're gonna fucking die. You're gonna be fucking in the zone.
There's
You know
no
what I
doubt
mean?
about it. But I think that it's actually much more identifiable. And this is just my personal opinion. I have no studies to back it up. It's just anecdotal. The idea, like you said before, as your quote unquote rock bottom was having to move back into your parents' home. For the history of our species, the centralized family, the family unit, was supposed to be big and get larger. The idea of success was I have a castle because I have my kids and my kids have kids and my kids' kids.
We just
right?
added on. We had additions. And
The
we all
Viking,
lived,
the Viking longhouse, right? The TP community, but to sell houses in suburban America post World War II, they turned it into.
Had to propagandize
it was
and make
100%.
people be like, "Come on, you got to move out and go get your own house."
Operation
blah, blah, blah.
Mockingbird.
Really, we all should have. And probably again to everybody's like happiness is like you have the land that you started on with your parents and shit, and then you build on an addition, or maybe you buy more land. You buy the house next door, and you have a fucking compound.
Correct.
I want to live on like a compound situation when I'm
I do want to say real quick, so that wasn't really my rock bottom as much. Like that, I was chilling, in my parents' basement. I still enjoyed life and was doing
you
stuff
had the
in
basement.
Yeah. I had the basements myself. My rock bottom was when I was drinking my ass off and not outside in line with nature.
Sure.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Alcohol's a thief. There's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah.
It's fun, but alcohol's a thief.
Sure.
But just to kind of complete the thought, there's things that all coincided at the same time that when we look back in retrospect, it's very difficult for me to think that these weren't planned in some way. You had the sexual revolution, where the idea was have as much sex as you can with as many people as you can, and you can't do that in your parents' home. Right? Like you can't have like, wild 60s swingers sex parties, while you're living with grandma and grandpa, your sister's in the house. And then you have what I think they would term third wave feminism, which is the idea that women shouldn't be having kids. Being a mother, you're only a mother because that's what they forced on you. Unless you have a career of your own, your life's a failure. You're a victim of the system. So all of these things coincided with this. And I'm not like I'm not like a Christian nationalist. I'm not some sort of like, repressive guy. But it's very interesting to me that all at the same time it was move away from your family, don't have a family of your own. If you're in love with somebody, make sure you spend as much time away from them as humanly possible. So when you talk about depression, we talk about wealth, right? What do you ever hear about a trust? Oh, he's a trust fund kid. That's generational wealth. How many of us have wealth systems within our family? How many people could you go to in your family? My aunt would invest in my business. My uncle would invest in my business. My family puts together a real estate trust. I am in a family of, my dad is one of 7 and my mom is one of 8. If we grew up in China, you would have Harron Holdings, and we would own entire blocks of mini malls, and we'd be set up for 15 years. If we were an Indian family, and people are going to probably come at me for stereotyping, but I don't give a shit because it's the fucking truth. These
are positive stereotypes.
It's just the truth. Our family would have 7 Subways and 10 7-Elevens. And we would be building generational wealth. But us being Americans, Brooklyn, they went from 7 people in one family to 3 people in Long Island, 2 people in Staten Island, 3 people in Jersey. And now we've gone from that to 2 people in 2 people in Asbury, 1 person in Florida. We have nothing. We build nothing together. It's been built into us that it was more important for me. And I'm as guilty of this as anybody. And maybe I'm in a privileged position because I got out, and I did. I traveled the country, and I played a sport, and I had a ton of fucking sex, and I get it. I lived that kind of like rock star dream world.
Stop bragging.
He just threw in the sex thing.
But I'm not bragging because it's important to understand this shit. Because listen, at the end of the day, I couldn't have lived the lifestyle I wanted to live under my parents' fucking roof.
Yeah, man, I'll really fuck up your pussy game.
Think about it,
Cramp
right?
your style.
So for men, we're conditioned to think that fucking one-night stand with that hua is more important than fucking spending time and building generational wealth with your family.
Who thinks
100%.
that?
We've been conditioned as a society to think that. Everybody thinks that. That's how they've conditioned us for generations to think if you're 26 years old and you have 1 girlfriend and you live in your parents' house, your boys are going to call you a fucking loser.
Right.
But maybe that's your wife who you're going to build a fucking life with, and you're not spending all of your resources and time, effort, and energy on fucking... How much money I hope to God when I fucking die. I hope to God when I die. There's like, you ever seen like Grand Theft Auto where you can like look at the stats?
Yeah.
I want to see how much money I wasted on fucking women that I talked to for fucking 36 hours of my life.
Yeah.
I want to see how much resources, how much of my shit I have fucking just
I like to
lit
think
on
when
fire.
you die, you get to see like a whole movie of your life. You know what I mean? You get to see everything.
Be a
and
long-ass movie.
But in terms of eternity,
Yeah.
it's like fucking seconds. You know what I mean?
Poor Mick is going to be sitting there in the middle of it, just fast forwarding the hours of me talking like, Jesus Christ, this guy, shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
G's gonna see my sub credit of the card he gave me for my day.
But you guys understand what I'm saying, and I get it. Like, this is one of these red pill fucking traditionalist things, but it's fucking true, man. It's true. Like, guys, the way forward in this world, man, is you want to have your freedom, you want to have your sexual freedom, you want to grow, but like fucking get a pool house in the backyard or something like that. Invest in the fucking family. The family unit is power, strength, and wealth. That's why they want to rip it apart.
Fucking right.
That's my thing.
Amen to that. Let's go.
Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's come to for families like me and for fudges like you. Yeah. Now, if you want to really get into some fucking deep waters, we can talk about this is why they push the LGBTQ thing on everybody, because, you know, now we're getting into depopulation, and it's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay.
You hear that, Nat?
Nothing wrong with it. I enjoy the Roy G. Biv community immensely.
You hear that,
However,
I was waiting for that one.
However, yeah, you know, they want the perfect world for these elites going forward is two of the same sex people living in a fucking one-bedroom apartment where they never see each other. Never see each other. Yeah. Alternate 8 hours on and 8 hours off. You go work the 9 to 5, and your partner goes and works as a bartender at night. And you
get
just,
the weekends together.
And then maybe. And then you wonder why we're fucking depressed and we're alcoholics and we're searching for fucking something.
Yeah.
You want to talk about being disconnected? The way you guys feel strongly about nature, that's how I feel about the.
It's all depolarized, bro. Yeah, it's all depolarized. I mean, women are becoming dudes. Dudes are becoming women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once you just fuck up those innate energies, then everything just kind of collapses. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, dudes are every single day. The only thing in front of the average guy's face is shit like Nelk and just getting fucked up and like just stupid, ignorant shit. And the nuclear family is what brings everything together. And whether you're like religious, spiritual, whatever, it's like that is what God or the creator intended, is to build that and to build wealth. And so you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing the world a disservice if you don't get your shit together and you build something for the purpose of building a family and generational wealth and carry on something next to the next generation that's coming up.
Amen to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
big facts.
But I would like, before I know
What
we're
else?
running low on time, I would like to, Natalie, what's your opinion on this? Because, you know, you do deviate from my perspective on these things, but I respect I respect your opinion on it, and I think other people would like to hear it as well.
She here?
I think there's a little bit of truth to what you're saying. I stray from it a little bit because I think that there's a new sort of sense of people sort of building their own families, which is like, it's not necessarily about blood anymore. It's about people like surrounding
adopting and
themselves
shit.
with, yes. Yeah, it could be adopting, or it can be like surrounding themselves with people that they pick. It's like what you were saying about, you know, blood of the covenant, water of the womb type shit, where it's like now people sort of, they don't have that pressure to stay at home with their families who maybe they don't have a good relationship with, and they can kind of build their own family of like friends and you know, people that they enjoy, which is maybe not, it's sort of like a new idea.
It's not a new idea. I think that's actually a big part of the plan, because now the people that empowered that can control those groups, right? Like that's actually the whole idea of the plight of the proletariat. That's the communist ideal, is to separate the progressives from the traditionalists, right? And then you say, look, these are the repressors. These are the people that don't want you to do the life you want with your friends. And then, you know, if they ever get control again, this goes away. The Handmaid's Tale. You'll be barefoot in the kitchen, and they use the scare tactics to cement themselves in power for.
Speaking
years
of
and years.
being barefoot, what type of other things do you like to get in touch with nature? Would you like recommend to like the audience who might want to immerse themselves and get in touch with their nature?
I'd say definitely grounding every single day. Just touch your feet to the earth. Like that's
Right,
one
so
of
that
the
could be grass, sand, not concrete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
most illness and shit inside of you that goes wrong is because you have all this built up energy that's not being taken out when you touch your feet to the earth. Like I'm not a scientist when it comes to grounding and all that shit, but I know for a fact I have a lot of great friends who are very scientifically knowledgeable in that shit. It is one of the biggest causes of illness and disease in our body. Because disease is just dis-ease in the body, right? And so you have all this trapped energy. If you don't expel it some way, it's gonna sit there and it's gonna rot inside of you. So that sunlight, sun your balls and some red light. So red light helps increase the mitochondrial function of your cells, which is the energy.
Mike Barwis told me the other day.
Yeah.
I had I had like a rib out, right, from training. And he was like, yeah, go and get in front of that red light. He's like, hey, tell him to lock that door and go put your balls in front of it. Take your pants off.
Yeah, bro.
Like he was saying, like that's just good for testosterone, good for recovery.
Yeah.
Those little red light things. You go buy those fucking things.
Especially if you're a dude, bro. Like, because testosterone is so low today. It's so fucking low
Maybe
today.
for you, pussy.
No, for most guys. For most of those guys watching Nelk, bro. But
you don't fuck with those Nelk boys?
Nah,
Shots fired at
I
them?
think
that's a second comment.
Yeah, fuck it.
I like the Nelk guys.
Yeah,
I like the Nelk boys.
I think
They're
it's
boys.
ignorant.
I like them.
I
hate
will
the
say
culture.
those dudes are fucking fantastic entrepreneurs. They've killed it.
Yeah,
they built an
Happy
empire.
Dad, the whole nine.
But you don't like kind of what they
I just don't like the
represent?
message. Nah, I don't vibe with it.
I can't wait to walk out on the beach tomorrow and see this dude inverted.
Naked sun in my balls?
Yeah, robed out there.
I'm gonna go right to the sun,
out
baby.
there-
I'm gonna have the tannest balls in the
out there
fucking
performing a
community.
little 10th planet.
That's right.
With no, he's
I'm a great
he's inverted.
jiu-jitsu guy, but
I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna be like, mixed nuts roasting on an open fire.
Hey, leave me alone when I'm sunning my boys, all right,
buddy.
That's right.
You've got yourself a deal. That's shit. I don't know, man. People out here are gonna be like, man, should I take this medication or should I just go sun my nuts?
Sun the nuts.
Maybe do both. Maybe do both for now until we get some double-blind studies.
All right, so we're talking getting them electrons by grounding, putting your feet in the grass, going in the sand. What is it? Grass and sand. What else is there? Well, you can go in the ocean. I know.
You can do dirt.
Dirt. I know. I was in the
Earth's
ocean.
amazing. Yeah, you got magnesium, all that shit out there.
In the ocean?
Yeah.
Bro, I was in the ocean. I spent the longest time. I was like 2 hours in there, bro. It felt fucking good. It was like it was the roughest waves I ever seen in Florida. So I like that where you gotta you get a little action.
Facts, bro.
When it's flat, I get bored.
Yeah.
But it was like rough, so I was diving in and out of the waves, riding waves. Felt so fucking good.
That's the way
I
to
felt
do it.
great. Slept good. Felt good all. I've been felt good all week.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing you can do is like with nutrition is there's so many fucking extremes with this shit. They say carnivore, veganism. The truth is like it's always a gray area, right? And so more than anything, you just want to focus on cutting out the toxicity. So like seed oils, added synthetic bullshit, fake sweeteners, all that stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, veganism, carnivore, they all have their own purpose, right? So a vegan diet is really good for detoxing the body. And so that's why you see vegans are really young, energetic, all that stuff. It's detoxing the body, but it's horrible for adding nutrients. And so veganism really helps with detox. But once you get yourself to the point where you've cut all the bullshit, then you can start fueling back
get some
up.
grass-fed meat in you.
That's right. And you want to make sure it's really grass-fed, pasture-raised.
Yeah, I would just say, eat as much meat as you can right now because they are gonna make it illegal.
Yeah.
So like, get it in you now.
Get it in you.
Get it in you.
Get that.
What are you trying to say, G? Why are you looking at me in the eyes?
I'm just saying, you're gonna rue this missed opportunity in 2 years when the only meat is lab grown fucking bug goo.
That's when I'm going vegan. when it's lab grown bug goo, that's when I'm going fucking vegan.
Well, I heard they're injecting it with the bullshit. With the
what bullshit?
I wouldn't doubt.
shot?
Wouldn't doubt.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Jiminy crisscross.
Well, it's mRNA, right? So I mean, there's spike pro. It's not like the idea that they call it the V word is insanity. Because it's not it's not a V word. It's not even remotely an immunization. It's gene therapy. It's mRNA. So just right there, the fact that they have to lie about what it is should give you pause. Like immediately, like if you tell me something, this is this guy right here, it's medicine. Like I feel like it's soda. Nah, it's medicine. You're gonna love it. It's good for you. It's fucking soda. It says it right here.
I want to hear more about natural stuff because I'm really into that. I just did a podcast last week. Shout out the Panda Man. You check him out. He's gonna do our podcast. He's a lot into that stuff too. He's big into fasting.
Fasting is huge, unreal. One of the best things we can
great.
do.
I fast from my morning workout. G's out of here.
Yeah.
Later, G. I fast like every morning.
Yeah.
Like I think that's that I feel better. Like then they made up that whole have to have breakfast thing because
bro, that's the biggest scam.
That's the food pyramid and the have to have breakfast. People didn't used to have breakfast, but it was General Mills, I believe, who started that shit just to make people like buy their fucking cereal surplus.
Raisin Bran shit.
Yeah, exactly. Their cereal surplus from the war. They're like, we got to get rid of this shit. Yeah. So breakfast, let's make people eat carbohydrates.
Yeah, it's all upside down, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean it's like in the morning too. The body, it's like as soon as you hit it with carbs, like those type of carbs, you just spike the blood sugar, right? And so you get hungrier, and then you go buy more lunch. Yeah. Right, and you get overweight, and then you go to the same pharma companies that give you the medicine to try and fix that problem. Yeah, and so it's all this just like giant loop, right? So it's like fasting is amazing in the morning. If
you fast, you have like a routine you do?
I normally fast for at least 2 hours. I usually like to work out in that time frame.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll fast. Like I've done 72-hour fasts. I like to.
I haven't done one of those.
Bro, I've done it once a month. One of the best things you can do.
So you just drink water during that? Water fast, they call that?
You can get some
sometimes some people do a dry fast.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
You can do electrolytes. I do electrolytes. I do for my morning workout. I put 3 grams of salt. I put this new supplement I have called Juice.
Yeah.
I'll send you the ingredients or
try fulvic humic acid in that shit.
What is that?
It's like have you heard of Shilajit?
No.
It's
Shilajit.
It's like a black tar, right? It's crazy, but
looks like heroin.
Yeah, fulvic and humic acid have a bunch of
about this?
Yeah.
All right.
Has a bunch of trace minerals in this shit, right? So there's so many minerals in that. If you put it in there, it's really good. There's a company called BLK. They just got a free ad. So
what's funny about my boy, the Panda Man, who we're gonna have on, it's gonna be great. He does like a dry fast. I think he does like a cheat meal Sunday night, like where he eats extra shit, like bad shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he doesn't eat. His next meal isn't until Tuesday night. Monday he does a dry fast. Doesn't drink any water. Then Tuesday morning he gets up. And you know what the first thing he puts in his body is? His own urine. Now Leota Machida, he's gonna get Leota. Now look, I haven't tried this one yet, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say anything about it. But I really haven't, because I remember Leota Machida used to do that. Great fighter.
Yeah.
He used to get it, and a lot of like these.
It's sterile.
Other cultures.
And I like the taste.
Well, I guess they say you like piss out like the best vitamins or something, and you only have to drink like 4 ounces or whatever, but. A lot of people in like that fasting community do that, but I was like, bro, is that breaking the fast?
We used to pee on our.
I don't know.
We used to pee on our hands in baseball. We used to.
Jorge Posada used to do that, toughen up his hands.
That's the idea. Who knows? Who knows what it worked doing.
When I would get a cut on my foot in like jiu-jitsu, like you get like those map burns and shit from like sprawling or sliding around. Yeah. I had the instinct just to when I'd be in the shower to piss on it.
Really?
Do that shit.
Well, that's why I love the ocean.
Now my feet are all tough and fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got little cuts and like bruises all over you. Go in the ocean, man. It really is insane how much it does expedite the healing. As much as you guys like the natural stuff, and I do get it. As much as I'm being a jerk, I get it. But I do love technology also, and I would love like the intersection of these things. Like I would love nothing more than like to be able to put something into my wrist. Right, and it would tell me my salt flow.
That the government's gonna give you.
No,
that's some mark of the beast shit, bro.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
No, dude, we got to evolve, man.
You got that shit, but I'm going back into nature, bro. Fuck that.
Nah, hell no, bro.
I'd be okay if they could test my blood and give me these answers.
I want it every day. I want to know when my
So
sugar's
you
low.
should be able to poke yourself like a fucking person with.
Why should I just have it right here? Like my car's dashboard.
Nah,
like
there's something about
you know?
because man, then whoever put that shit in you, when they decide to hit the self-destruct button, they're gonna blow your ass up.
I feel that. I get that.
That's
but
what they're gonna say.
but also at the same time, I want to know.
I'm surprised you're even saying that.
Nah, because
I think that's fucking irresponsible coming from you too.
There's some technology. Like, I'm not anti-technology.
Bro, people are talking about doing that shit. You haven't seen that?
Yeah. I think
that's on that 2030
I
fucking.
just posted a video, went viral on that shit. Some old like Chinese chick was like tweaking out about it, bro. You could tell she was paid to say this shit because there's no way she believed it. But she's talking about like the chips in her arm, all this stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They can just track everything about you.
You have no interest whatsoever in Neuralink.
No.
Oh, you're fucking nuts.
Nah. I don't want them monitoring my brain.
Yes, but also at the same time, like, you want to learn how to play the guitar?
Learn that
3
shit.
minutes later.
Fuck that.
Motherfucker's Carlos Santana.
Hey, you're not gonna appreciate something that you just get versus something you gotta work for. You're gonna be like, all right, I played the guitar, now I'm done.
That's bullshit.
Nah, it's real shit. That's real shit.
I appreciate a steak every time I get it. I didn't have to hunt the animal.
That's a good point, but I think this is different.
I don't know, man. I like technology. I like my cell phone. I like air conditioning. I'm not anti-tech.
No,
I would like to know like
I wish I had
what's
that
happening
fucking
when.
video. We'll pull it up. Maybe we'll do that on the Eva show that we're gonna start. The one with you, me, and Candace. You know, but fuck, what were we talking about before G said that dumb shit?
How's it dumb? You wouldn't want to know?
Gee, I don't want to insert anything into my body. That's why I didn't get the fucking vaccine. That's why I'm not inserting some fucking
But you did the whoop. You did the whoop though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I put the whoop on my wrist.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't put it inside me.
So what if there's one of those things? I see those things that they have now. Where
I'm
the guys
okay
like
with.
they
Listen,
put
like
the
I said,
stick
I'm
on their
okay
arm or
with.
whatever.
I'm okay with doing it like how. People with diabetes have to check their thing. I'll poke my finger, put it in a machine, and it tells me you need more of this today. You need more of that today. I'm fine with that. I'll take the little finger boo boo.
You don't want the
but
thing.
I don't want
You don't want to go on like.
No,
You don't want to go on like
doop
doop doop doop. You need magnesium.
What you say? It's a mark of the beast.
You need water.
Yeah, I would honestly
Right? Isn't
say
there's that's old school. That's old school like biblical shit. Like stay away from that.
That shit is
shit.
weird, bro. How accurate it is. I mean, I've been dissecting the Bible, dude. It is fucking crazy.
Yeah, but you could say that about phones too.
What about them?
You could say that's the mark of the beast too. You know.
It could be.
I think.
That was brilliant in
it's like
Kingsman.
the apple.
I love
it's
how
like the bite
Kingsman
of the
used the
apple,
phone
like
against
Adam
people.
and Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cell phone because you're in a cell.
I mean, it's basically part of you.
What?
Yeah.
Let them cook.
You know, there's only two businesses that call their clients users. That's drugs and cell phone.
Damn.
Facts.
Mic drop. Because I don't remember what else they were saying.
Do you want to know what the most American thing? I want to do a new segment. I'm going to do the most American thing every week. The most American thing
I
that
feel like
I've
we're
seen.
battling a little bit here.
Huh?
I'm trying to get all this nature shit, and you want to put technology in
what
your
else?
wrist, and
There's
you
like-
want to fucking go back on the American
Mick just
spiels.
wants to walk barefoot and eat
Yeah.
honey, and G
Bro,
wants to
I
fucking
I feel like
computer
we
That's
got
the way
it.
to fucking
I get
live,
it.
bro.
We get it. Fucking climb a tree, live in the fucking branches, jump on
You know,
top of it.
I want to be happy, and I want other people to be happy. You hate happiness?
Is there more?
dude?
Is there more?
Do you hate happiness?
No, please.
Hey, you know what, Mason? Is there more? While we have you, is there more
To what?
to what we're talking about? More than anything. All right. So nature. You talked about barefoot. We'll do the American thing.
Oh, I know.
I
we'll
promise.
do it. All right.
I won't forget.
Who, what, where, when, why? Who inspired you to get on this nature path?
Damn, that's a good question. I mean, myself, bro. It was just like, I realized how shit my life was when I wasn't. So I was like, let's just do the complete opposite.
Just get out in nature.
Yeah, just get out in nature. Try different things. And that ended up being the winner.
So if somebody's hearing this and they're resonating with what you're saying and they're resonating with kind of like they want to try this lifestyle, what's a good way for them to start?
Just start going outside maybe like 10 minutes more per day, right? Just make a conscious effort to do that. And instead too, like so many people say just cut out like this food from your diet. Instead
Yeah,
of
right.
trying-
You're talking about get rid of seed oils and that type of shit.
What is a seed oil?
A seed oil is like canola, vegetable oil, all types of that
Avocado oil is okay.
Yeah.
Coconut oil is okay. Olive oil is okay.
Ghee, grass-fed butter, those are all
Vegetable oil?
Fuck
No good.
vegetable oil.
No
I know
good.
it sounds like vegetable, like it's
Yeah.
good for you, but no, it's garbage.
It's like natural flavors are not natural, bro.
Okay, so vegetable oil, no bueno.
Yeah. And no
Canola oil.
No bueno.
No bueno.
Rape
Peanut.
seed oil, no bueno.
Rape
even
seed oil.
even
Listen-
peanut. Yeah, you
listen
don't
to
want
name,
rape.
bro.
You don't want rape in
Yeah,
your fucking.
rape
What's
seed
a
oil
rape
is
seed?
canola oil.
You don't want to get
bro.
raped by your peanut butter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
What did you say, Christian?
avoid seed oils.
Rapeseed oil is canola oil.
And
It's
now,
the same thing.
I think so.
now, are there like commonly thought of as healthy foods that have these oils in them?
Sunflower oil.
Pretty much all.
Good or bad?
No.
Bad.
What are we getting it from a sunflower? No. You're not.
Grape.
It's like red-
olive
it's like
oil.
vegetable-
Olive oil is okay.
Olive oil is okay.
Yeah.
Olive oil is okay.
Look.
Cold press.
So like you
Honestly,
said,
bro,
ghee,
here's the
grass-fed
thing.
butter, olive oil, coconut oil,
Yeah.
avocado oil.
Yeah. Dude, seed oils are probably the biggest cause of cancer, for a
Yeah.
fact. And like, if you look at sunscreen too, because that's a giant fucking scam on its own. It's like, why the fuck did we start putting white goop on our skin to protect us from the thing that's been here for millions of years? But if you look at like skin cancer and melanoma, there's a chart I posted on my Instagram where you see this chart of the use of seed oils goes up directly correlated with melanoma rates. And so if you kind of look into it, those seed oils, they go into your skin and they become unstable in your skin. And so when the sun hits it, it makes them react. Right? And so that could be a cause of skin cancer, potentially.
Okay, so what are some foods? What are some like common health foods that people eat where they think they're doing the right thing, but they might have the wrong things in them?
Probably so many, dude.
Dude.
Probably so many.
Help
The
people out.
processed shit.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I guess.
It really is like the vast majority of food.
And it sucks because you want to eat. You should be eating organic shit, but it's fucking way more expensive, and they bang you out. When
I'll give you a perfect
trying to
example.
get the good stuff. Yeah.
Soup and salad, right? I think I'm being healthy. I get one of these Progresso light soups. It's got
They have
180
ingredients
calories.
in there.
He
that
throws
are-
it out.
They have ingredients in there that are banned in other countries.
Yeah.
I bet you people don't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Here's the rule of thumb. It's like
Soup and salad at Olive Garden. You
I
think
mean,
unlimited
the
salad
salad
at the Olive-
dressing
Well,
that
it
they're putting
depends-
on that is
they
garbage.
Could cook in
Salad-
that shit.
the
Yeah,
salad
like
dressing
they could cook
is
in
garbage.
seed oils, like for a fact. So it really comes down to this: is like you want to start making a habit of, and it's hard because I've stood in a grocery store and seen how many people actually check the ingredients of shit. It was like 1 out of 30.
Yeah.
It was horrible. So try and make that a habit and at least look at the back.
Look at the back, and when you're looking at the ingredients, whatever the first ingredient is what there's the most of. And then the second ingredient, that's what there's the second most of.
100%.
And down the line.
Yeah.
Right?
And so rule of thumb is like if it's 5 ingredients or more in a product, you probably don't want to
That's
eat
processed,
it.
right?
Yeah. And so if you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't eat it. Some things like like a fruit mix or whatever, as long as there's no like high fructose corn syrup in that shit, that has more ingredients, of course, but you know what the fucking apple is or a pear. Right? So it's like try and eat food.
Yeah, but
that
even
you actually know
that
it
like
is.
kills you because you can watch somebody make an acai bowl right in front of you, and then they talk about how high the sugar is between the apple juice that they put in it, the honey they drizzle on it. So
And that's
it's
the thing
actually
too.
not good for
There's so many different sugars, right? So you got like fake sugars, you got real sugars, you got like fructose, glucose, all types of different stuff. Sugar is actually really good for us if naturally occurring. And that's how our cells function, how we get energy. But I mean, if you're having like the fake shit in there, like high fructose corn syrup, cut that out. Just look for things that
Now,
don't look
why
real.
is high fructose corn syrup worse than sugar?
It's so addicting. It's like remarkably addicting.
Almost like a what's that in the Chinese food? The MSG.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Bad for
loaded
your
up.
brain.
I think it's in Coke and
I think it
stuff, too.
spikes your blood sugar a lot higher
And
than
but
sugar
it's
too.
cheaper than sugar, so they added that. Now you'll look in most things, like I know when I take ketchup for example, I get the Simply Heinz, or if I'm feeling like spending $1, I'll get the organic shit. You know what I mean? Rather than getting the normal high fructose corn syrup shit.
Yeah. Which you should do anyway, because it's like, you may spend a little bit
Invest
more
in
on
yourself.
Yeah, you may spend more on organic, but it's like you're gonna pay
paying
for
to
a
feel
fucking
better.
doctor down the line, bro.
Yes.
So you're gonna
Yes,
pay
big facts.
thousands and thousands of dollars to fix yourself anyway at some point. So you might as well prevent it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
There's people
long-term thinking.
You got to understand for people that this is overwhelming too, right? Like they only have a certain budget.
Well, follow a Mason Kuhr on Instagram. You can keep giving you some information.
That's right.
You're listening to. That's why you're listening to Slick and Thick. We're gonna try and keep giving you this information. You know.
Right.
So you're talking about get outside, get the sun. I know our boy Christos is on a crusade against sunglasses now.
Yeah. That one's some like esoteric shit. I got some friends that say, I don't know if the science
I only
is
wear
true.
sunglasses indoors on the podcast.
Yeah. I fucking love them, bro.
Yeah, right? They're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it changes the vibe.
Yeah, I know Christos against the sunglasses, but I seen Christos rocking the Nevins, bro.
Lord,
the Nevin
it's a damn
sunglasses are the
shame.
best. Nevin sunglasses are the best.
Yeah. Yeah, but try and walk outside for like 10, 20 minutes a day.
That's very obtainable. Do that shit first thing in the morning and go find a field and get your feet in there. You're knocking out like 3 things right there.
Yeah, what you can do, like the insane morning routine you can do, this is what I do every single morning, is as soon as I pop out of bed, I do 100 burpees. You don't have to do that. Maybe do like 10.
Yeah.
Right? Because what that's going to do is it's going to get you one hard thing accomplished, and that's going to get your dopamine system firing, so you're going to start chasing more things to accomplish.
I got one hard thing accomplished before I even wake up. So there's that.
I don't know if you didn't really earn it, G. You just kind of ended up with it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what these dreams feel like now, man. Yeah, it's actually good if you wake up and there's a hard thing.
She's
if
gonna
it's
have
soft.
a wet dream.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man, this is terrible. This is horrible.
Nothing horrible about a wet dream, man. Shit. I never had one.
Never?
Never.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless. You have too?
For sure.
You have many?
Not anymore.
No.
Really.
Bro, I will tell you what, like on semen retention though, for sure. I've done that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I went 181 days.
Now, is it? Are you? When
Whoa,
you say
whoa,
time out,
whoa,
time
whoa,
out, time
whoa.
out.
Yeah,
we'll get into a time out. When you say semen retention, are you fucking and not coming, or are you not fucking like you're being celibate?
That one was like monk mode. I was just,
I love
fuck
that.
it.
That's bro. So
181
one of my
181,
another
bro.
thing we talked about in the Panda Man podcast. Shit. What does the fuck do they call that? Where you that energy, your sexual energy, you put that into it. So that's from thinking grow rich.
Transmutation, bro. I made I made so many YouTube videos on this shit. This is how you do it. So I had the best transformation of my fucking life on this shit, right? So sexual energy is the energy of creation and transformation. And so if you stop wasting that stuff, it's literally life force energy. And you learn how to, every time, for example, you get like turned on or you get an urge to do something, drop and do like just 20 push-ups. If you do that enough time, you start to link that feeling of turn on to the push-ups. And so every time you get turned on, you start to seek accomplishment. And so, dude,
I've never seen.
It was
that's a
next
good
level shit, bro. I lost.
I like that.
I don't even know how much weight I lost, but it was like in 12 weeks doing that. Absolutely insane transformation. And then you can.
Well,
do
I mean,
the
if you're
same
doing
thing.
800 push-ups a day.
Yeah.
Oops,
You're
more push-ups.
a horny guy. You're like,
more
fucking-
push-ups.
Right, but you can skyrocket that shit. And I did the same thing with business too. So
You know who this is an amazing tip for?
Who?
Guys in prison.
Facts.
Because they're just listen. You got one of two choices here. You might as well do the push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You know.
But
We're
like,
talking about whacking off too.
yeah, and that's
That's
like
it.
that's its
Whacking
own
off.
That's what I'm
thing,
talking
bro.
about. If you're in prison, like you might as well just go ahead and do
Well,
the
there's
push-ups.
one other option in prison. Nowadays.
That's true. Maybe there's 3 options.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if Christian's in prison with you.
Oh fuck.
That's how this is going. Like, oh fuck.
Well, you know that there was a huge study. Pull this up, Christian. I don't know if it was Harvard or who did it, but they tracked firefighters for 20 years.
Yeah.
And the number one marker for heart disease, whether or not that they were like longevity, was their ability to do 40 push-ups. More than their ability to run the mile, more than their ability to do a lot of other like previously thought cardiovascular trackers. It was who can do 40 push-ups and who can't. And the who can't do 40 push-ups in a row, the fall off for heart disease and cognitive failure was like precipitous. It was
So every time you feel like whacking off, go do some push-ups. Sexual transmutation. You take that energy where you're gonna just go get a quick little pleasure and jerk your fucking dick, but instead you're gonna do something productive, and that energy is gonna go then still get transmuted into something else. Is that the end of? Is that the end of your?
No, that's not even. That's
so
not
keep
even
going.
it. I can go deeper on. This is real biohacking shit.
Yeah.
So, if you are like having sex, or if you're gonna choose to let it all out, what I want you to do is I want you to visualize your goals being accomplished the moment that you hit like orgasm. Right, so what's
I do that anyway.
Yeah, yes, and so you link that
As
feeling.
I fucking jizz, I'm like, yeah!
And so you link
cry.
that feeling, bro, to the accomplishment.
So this whole time, people
like
were
that.
thinking
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman's a monster. He's not.
Yeah.
You knew
He's
what the
just,
fuck is going on.
He just was.
Yeah.
He was,
Hey,
he was
he might
visualizing himself.
He might not have got everything perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And so you can do that with a partner, though, and you double the ability to triple it.
What you have her?
I got a feeling that I would be visualizing
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goals
yeah.
a lot more than she's visualizing hers. But you know what? It's you take the wins with the losses.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy your goal visualization, babe? You
You didn't get to visualize.
you visualized,
You didn't
right?
get to
You visualized.
You
If I felt
visualized.
like you visualized, did you not visualize? I visualized.
Well, I almost visualized once,
Well,
but then you.
Sounds like sounds to me like you've got to get better at biohacking.
That's fucking right. But if you can do that shit, you can actually radically change your life, because
Yeah.
it'll make you seek the pleasure of accomplishment.
Did you ever read Think and Grow Rich?
Amazing.
That was one of the best books I've ever read.
So have you read Way of the Superior Man?
Nah.
Everyone should read that.
Way of the Superior
I've
Man.
read it probably 50 times.
I've heard of it. All right, I'm adding that shit to my fucking.
It'll
Audible.
change your whole paradigm shit.
All right.
Yeah, it goes
that.
into like masculine.
heard of it.
Yeah, masculine, feminine energy and polarity. It's dope.
All right.
It's dope as fuck.
Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, by David Data.
All right, in on it.
That's fire.
I'll do my homework.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
every guy on earth should read that book, especially today.
All right.
Well, this has been
No, you can do. Were you about to take us out?
Yes.
Do your American minute. Your
Well-
American thing. I told you we'd get back to it. I'm not a liar.
Ye of little faith. I was going to say thank you and then take us out on my American moment
Oh,
of the
you
week.
just made the fucking
Because
call?
I'm a professional.
You just made the call?
I didn't make the call. I got the 2-minute warning from the producer. Like,
Fucking guy's got a date over here. What are you giving me faces for?
I don't even have a date anymore. But
what happened now?
You need help? Should we call her?
Did we
I'll
run?
call her.
Did
You
we
wanna
run
call her
long?
right now?
Did we run long? Is that the problem? All right. So yeah. So the American, and this has been fantastic, by the way. First of all, tell people where can
We'll
they
put
find
a link
you?
for your
Yep.
Instagram and the
Yeah.
Stampede Network.
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere at Mason Kuhr, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it.
And that's MASONKUHR.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. And it's Stampede.
The Stampede
Stamp-
Network. Yeah, go to TheADSide.com.
Yo, get this fucking
everywhere.
bee bread. Get this bee bread.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
telling you,
to
shit's
create
fucking
a
legit,
new
man.
300, bro, but like 3 million. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking A, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Beyond
Spartan.
it.
And didn't you just you do something with the Spartan races?
Yeah, we just partnered with Spartan Race.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's gonna be fucking
That's
huge.
some badass shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bothers me that people call him Leonidas now because of 300, but it was Leonidas. But whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Anyway.
they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Genghis Khan is really Genghis Khan.
Chinggis.
Genghis? Yeah. And like Kublai Khan. They had some of their own fucking names.
Julius Caesar never existed. There was no such thing as a
What was his
Julius Caesar. The letter J didn't exist back then. It was Francophiled when Charlemagne made everything French.
No shit.
Yeah, it was actually Kaiser, which is where we get Kaiser and Tsar from. So he would be Gaius. His name was Gaius. Gaius. Gaius.
Don't look at me when you
Gaius
say
Iulii of House Iulii.
Don't look at him when he says
ILL.
gay ass.
Yeah, and he went by Kaiser. So yeah. Anyway.
All right.
And then, well, since we're gonna do this,
Yeah, when
let's
you're
get
back
really
down
into
in
it.
town,
There
you
was
gotta
no.
come back on.
There was
Do one more of this.
nobody named
100%.
Jesus. You know that.
Yeshua?
Yeah, Yeshua.
Yeah.
Yeshua, yeah. If you really want to go down a rabbit hole, look up Pantera. Anyway, the American Moment of the Week, brought to you by us, the greatest country to ever exist. In a Chicago White Sox baseball game last weekend, there was a shooting, and nobody noticed. And do you know why?
Because it's Chicago.
1, because it's Chicago. 2, because the woman snuck the gun into the game in her fat rolls.
Fat rolls.
Bro,
I did not
what?
think that's where it was going.
Gun
I
fired
thought it
at
was
White
going
Sox
to
game
vagina.
was snuck in via woman's belly fat.
Who'd she shoot?
the gun fell out, accidentally discharged.
Oh, like
scraped
Cheddar
her.
Bob?
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob?
Somebody else too got it, and they told nobody at the stadium because they didn't want to freak anybody out. But yeah, I'd love to know. I need to know what the gun looks like. It has to be a 32, and what the woman looks like. But I got a feeling that she's 5'3" and she's 300 pounds.
Taxes shouldn't pay
for you to shoot off a round. Yeah. So that right there, a woman not only sneaking a firearm into a baseball game, but actually shooting somebody at a baseball game that she snuck a firearm into in her rolls of belly fat is our American moment of the week, ladies and gentlemen. USA! USA! USA!
There's no
That's
limit
a
to the
headline.
amount of Spartan bee bread I could have, right? 'Cause I've had 3 today, and I think I'm gonna have 4 tomorrow. I'm gonna keep upping it.
Yeah, load it.
All right, I'm loading that shit. All right, cool.
Yeah, you're about to be Spartan kicking some shit.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Already am. I'm gonna be kicking through holes in motherfuckers.
That's right.
For Natalie back in the Gas Digital Studio, Christian here at the Podcast Junkie Studio, the great Mickey Gall, Mason Kuhr. My name is Gerard Michaels. This has been Slick and Thick, and we will see you Monday at 2 o'clock. If you like this and you like all the rest at Gas Digital, use code SNT30 for 1 free month of Gas Digital. SNT30 for an entire free month of not only Slick and Thick, but Legion of Skanks, Part of the Problem, all of your favorite Gas Digital programs. We will see you Monday at 2 o'clock. Peace.
Bye, guys. Love you. Big kiss.